That was my issue with my headset when I joined the call. Discord had it set to default, and I don't know where it thinks it was going with the sound.
It's actually my Bluetooth headset, specifically mine.
All the way from fucking Mass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So last time, it was there was a lot more of a roleplay type session where, all those are gorgeous.
Thank you. I thought they were good representations. Please go on.
Yes, I love them. um, we ended up, continuing from our sea voyage and docking in at I forget what the fucking name of it is, and it's my world. Where's the maps? Helm's Keep. Okay. We docked at Helm's Keep, the town that Reyna is kind of based in and lives at in her, downtime when she's not traveling. Met the guild master of the guild that she works for, the Name Guild. Which I don't know that I said what it stands for last time. That would be because it would say it somewhere on some kind of documentation. You would see it. It would stand for National Association of Museums and Exotics. And after speaking with the guild master and finding out a little bit about the town, the party settled down at an inn for the night, and Reyna came out with her, tragic backstory. After that, the party retired and was so, what's the word I'm looking for? So rudely awoken at like 3 a.m. by the sound of a door being kicked in and people screaming Reyna's name. And that is where we find ourselves today.
Alright.
So a little bit of a retroactive thing. Nothing major. I just want to see about how how the layout is going to be. Who's going to be there closest to Reyna's room and all that stuff. So let's say this is a 7-room hallway. You guys have your pick except for the room at the end of the hallway. So there's 6 doors on either side and then one at the end. You come up the stairs and it's just a rectangular hallway. What rooms would you pick?
I think Nico would either be next to or in the same room as Driffin.
Are there bunk rooms?
I'm going to say this is like typical hotels thing where it's like 2 twin beds per room.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Wherever.
Why don't
Yeah, that's fair.
Why don't we say that we're right next door or across the hall from Reyna? Does that work?
That works perfectly fine. So, in the middle of the night, and there's no like check. You guys are definitely awoken by this because it's the sound of, 8 guards, fully armored, running upstairs and kicking in a door and screaming, "Reyna Weinstock, you're under arrest." I'm gonna let you guys react first. You have a couple of seconds to react. You're awoken by this sound of 8 people in full plate mail marching and kicking in doors. What do you do?
I'll do what I said I did last time and just like in the doorway. Do you need an initiative?
I would appreciate that. Yeah, if everybody can give me an initiative.
Oh shit.
13.
This won't be a hard initiative order. More just like a
Oof. Man, I really did it to myself today, didn't I?
I mean, hey, embrace the chaos.
Yep. Here goes.
Roll. That is a 5.
Oh, Okay, cool. I rolled a 2 plus 3 is 5.
Okay.
I got a 13.
I think Driffin is still faster.
I had a 3 plus 2 is 5.
Well,
Driffin +3.
Driffin has to sleep, and Guizo does not. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think-
fair.
Right.
I think there's that little bit of edge there, and that would explain that. Guizo being
fair.
just a step quicker.
Right.
So-
Typically, never mind.
For if Wolfram and Driffin are in the bunks, if there were like the two twin beds and they're in the same room, then he's sitting at like the desk. He's drawing, trying to like draw faces of people that we've seen to like remember them.
I love that detail about Guizo. So
Let me turn you up. Nope, I can't.
You can't turn me up, but you can turn me. I'm gonna let your mind go wild.
Yeah, Guiza's still a little quiet for me, but I'll just turn everybody up.
So, Reyna, you're lying in bed. I am. Well, how do you meditate? Because you meditate.
I feel like I'm probably just. I feel like I'm probably just kind of sitting there on the bed, but like pressed up against the wall.
Gotcha. So you are snapped out of your trance by this thunderous, booming as the door is kicked in, and suddenly there's 4 spear points, inches away from your chest, and the the guard closest to you unrolls a scroll and says, Reyna Weinstock, you are under arrest for, and as they get like halfway through their sentence, the doorway is darkened by a huge presence, as you can only assume that
Red
is
eyes piercing
yeah.
from the darkness.
that is definitely Wolfram standing behind all these people. And considering that he's, just a dude in a tunic, like, it's crazy how much more intimidating he is than the 8 people in full plate mail,
I'm not even wearing a shirt. I'm just wearing a what do you call it? Wolf pelt.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, remember Wolfram doesn't wear a tunic.
And then just a second behind him come almost simultaneously Guizo and Driffin, which you can't see as much behind Wolfram's huge frame. Reyna, you have a second to react
Does
to...
Reyna have an initiative, by the way?
Yes, she was at the top of it.
13.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes
Um,
complete.
And Reyna, he finishes his... Reyna Weinstock, you are under arrest for the murder of the Fishbach family. How do you plead?
Not guilty?
Right. Well, you're still gonna have to come with us.
What
Yeah,
are
I
you
think this is an
talking
arrest.
about?
I don't know why they're asking the kind of court questions. How do you plead?
A little insight in my head. That was like a way for them to say, "Are you gonna fight this, or are you just gonna come with us?"
They could tell her she has the right to remain silent, I suppose.
Miranda rights.
Yeah. Go ahead and give them.
Harichi, you're right. Now come with us.
So, I feel like Reyna would immediately put her hands up and be like, "What are you talking about?"
You know exactly what we're talking about. There's no way it could have been anyone but you. Put the shackles on her. And
Wolfram walked into the room.
sir, you can't be in here. This is an arrest. And the guy looks past you and sees Guizo and Driffin in the hallway, and quickly turns to Reyna. Dismiss the elemental now. Dismiss it now.
Excuse
You've
me.
never seen a Genasi?
first off, I don't even know why you're here arresting me.
Before you get halfway through that sentence, Guizo, you feel an odd, like, pulling sensation at the back of your neck, almost like you imagine a mama kitten grabbing her kitten, or a mama cat grabbing her kitten by the scruff. And what you all see is Guizo turn into a puff of smoke and is pulled back away into the room that he and Driven are staying in.
The heck?
The hell?
Okay, I'm gonna take this as a violent action towards us and immediately start attacking these guards.
Oh shit!
Do
Yeah, I
I
draw my
have
sword and attack.
do I have any time to react to this, or
Yes, you can try to fight it. Basically it'll just be you'll probably end up in the what you call it, back in your room, not fully pulled into. Because I'll let you know what's happening is that your Jinn is pulling you into your quote-unquote lamp.
that's what I was gonna. Okay, if it wasn't that happening, I was gonna say, can I use a reaction to go inside in my little lamp there? But okay, no, that's fine. I'll accept it. I'll know based on the pulling sensation that it's of someone that I can trust, even though it's kind of alarming and startling. But I'll accept it and I'll go.
I'm just gonna say that Ducky does not like you doing this.
We're making buffalo chicken and she doesn't like the oven. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, I love it.
So, Wolfram begins attacking.
Alright, I am 13 in the initiative, so do I just go?
Let me... Because I'm going to use like a general guard stat block. And I don't have one pulled up,
Okay, yeah. Because it seems like, I could be mistaken, it seems like Reyna used hers to try to talk down the situation, but, like, I've just been standing here ready to kill, so...
Yeah, that's what I did. I was
punch
just
him.
trying to talk down the situation.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me.
Well, they said to dismiss Guizo, and then Guizo disappeared, so Wolfram takes that as they have tried to do something to him, so... I think the only logical outcome that he would come to is to immediately just start wading into them.
Oh, yeah. So, go ahead and make your first attack. I'm gonna say there's 4 dudes centered around Reyna's bed, spear points at her chest. And the one guy that's kind of off to the center of the room that you're closest to, and then 3 guys that are kind of back in the hallway a little bit still.
Yeah, like as soon as Guizo disappears, Wolfram immediately draws his blade and like brings it down on the closest guy. That is 13 plus 8, 21.
That hits.
Alright, should I go ahead and roll damage?
Yeah, go for it.
That is 3 plus 4, 7 slashing.
Okay.
Then that is 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 8 slashing.
Important question. Wolfram is attempting to be lethal here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely no. Absolutely no question.
Okay.
Guido just disappeared, and they've got weapons to Reyna's neck. Like, there's absolutely no way Wolfram is not going to murder them.
Okay, so, the caller, I assume you're attacking the caller since he was the closest to you?
Yeah, as long as he is obviously a combatant.
Yeah, he's fully armored and everything, so...
Yeah, it's going down then.
Yeah, you hack into his armor, and he takes a good blow, stumbles back, and then your second one knocks him unconscious.
Okay.
Or
I was trying to kill him.
yeah, I was gonna say knocks him dead. I'm used to. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm used to playing. I usually play Lee, who doesn't like to kill people.
Yeah,
but
no, that's what it was. Is I was like, Lee is no, wait, that's not Lee.
Yeah, Lee always tries not to kill people, but Wolfram has absolutely no problem killing. So, yeah, I think I probably make him stumble, and then I come around and I just like sink it into his neck, and then pull it back and look at the other ones. But still, at this point, I should clarify, he still has absolutely no expression on his face, just with the flickering torch in their hands. Lighting him up.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So, Driffin, it's your turn.
Well, this got really interesting really quickly. How many total guards are there now?
7.
This really got real.
3 to your right in the hallway who haven't seen what's happened yet inside the room. And then 4 inside the room.
Huh. See what I've got here. One second.
I didn't expect that to pop off so quickly.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't ready for that either. Shit.
Sorry, I would normally be up for diplomacy, but this is just the wrong character for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, like I
it's
love it.
fair. I'm all about respecting that you're playing in character. It's fair. Ooh. So I wouldn't have been prepared for battle. So what does it take to draw a sword and equip my shield?
An action to equip your shield. It's a free action to draw your sword. Are you
Yeah.
wearing your armor? Do you wear leather armor, right?
Current. I couldn't. I don't.
Oh, you have your
remember.
breastplate, right?
Did you equip the breastplate? Because if I know that you have it in inventory, I don't know that if you ever like equipped it, because I think you were like in certain circumstances, yes, but for the most part, you were gonna hang with the stealthy dex build for your ranger. That's just me talking off of my ass. So
remember, breastplate doesn't give disadvantage at all. So
oh shit, no, it doesn't, does it?
So he could
I'm
just
thinking the
be
change
sleeping in it. It's also not heavy armor, so it doesn't grant. So he can sleep in it and not gain exhaustion, if he wanted. If he wants to be a paranoid little weirdo.
Hey,
What?
I'm gonna tell you, I think that it's perfectly reasonable. I played a paranoid little weirdo. Well, a big paranoid weirdo, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah, like rangers are the classic sleeping in my armor class.
What sort of bonus would it apply? Because I don't know.
You would just have your standard AC of 15 and then 17 with a shield.
Well, if he's wearing a breastplate, I believe that is a 16. Because I think so, because he has a +3 to Dex, and he gets a
That's right.
+2, and it's a base 14.
I'd get a +1 to my AC with the breastplate.
Well, breastplate is base 14 plus up to 2 from your Dex.
So you would
okay.
have 16, yeah.
And then with my shield, it would be 2 more.
If you want to take the action to put it on, but remember you can't fire a bow without a while wearing a shield. Well, can you?
I'm taking into consideration that we're in a narrow hallway and these guards are relatively close, so I'm gonna start melee attacking.
Fair enough. I guess in theory, when we ran outside, you could have been equipping your belt or your shield while Raina was talking. Well, no, this is your first turn, isn't it? Shit, never mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't prepared for battle, so I'll have to equip the shield.
It would take an action then.
Okay, and the free action to draw the sword.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, personally, I would recommend not equipping the shield. But if you want to equip the shield, that is a action.
I'm gonna equip the shield.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
You should still have a bonus action.
Yeah, I do, but I've only got 2 spells I can use with it.
What
Somebody
about-
damn. Ensnaring Strike and Hunter's Mark, obviously.
You can also command Misfit as your bonus action.
Right. That's true. I always forget if it has its own initiative, or I don't know how it works. But I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna command Misfit in owl form.
Okay.
Cool.
To, what can the Beast of the Air do? Hulk.
Pardon me.
So I can make it attack, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you gonna attack the ones in the hallway? You keep them.
I
from-
mean, yeah, that's the plan, to keep them from surrounding you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Misfit out there to attack whichever one is closest to me.
Cool. I'm gonna say typical triangle formation. There's one at the head, 2 behind him.
I'm going straight for the head.
Cool. Go ahead and roll that attack for me. Which, is it in your sheet? I don't know.
Melee, it's got shred, melee weapon attack, your spell attack modifier to hit reaches
So-
5 feet, 1.
That's a +5 to hit. Holy shit.
5 is pretty normal for level 5.
Yeah, just, being on the DM side of things is like, oh, so this is what it's like.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get you. Trust me, I understand. I had to play with Pius.
Alright. So, does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Cool. Alright, so this damage will be 1d4 plus 3 plus
3. So
Proficiency.
1d4 plus 6.
I rolled a 1, so 7.
That's still a pretty juicy hit.
Yeah.
I have to check something. I really need to understand what my character does a little bit better first.
Cool. So, Guizo, you are standing inside. You find yourself standing inside a lounge of sorts. It's a large kind of circular room, almost like a tower, I would say about 25 feet across. Around the walls is like this continuous, very plush couch. There's rugs and, it's very opulent. And sitting with her arms on the back of one of the couches facing you as you stand in the center of this room is your benefactor. You remember her from your dream. And the first thing that she says to you is, I will not allow you to be treated this way, and you should not allow yourself to be treated this way either.
So in his head, as a kid, he kind of looks around and he goes, "Oh, so this is my penthouse. It's beautiful." He looks at her and he goes, "Yes, madam. I promise you I will not allow myself to be treated this way. That is why I must get back out there. This is a justice over law situation and I must defend myself and my family."
Already you make me proud. Go, my son. And you are released from your genie's respite. I forget what they fucking call it in the actual flavor text.
It's the physical description of what he has is basically like a sheath, so you can just call it like his sheath or his
Metal vessel.
vessel.
Have you ever watched Magi, my friend?
I have not.
Oh my god, how did I not make the...
I
Connection.
love the similarities though. It's awesome. If you like anime, you should check it out.
Okay.
So, that was a very quick discussion. It went by pretty quick. I think, you find yourself in your room, and, I think you still have your full turn.
Sweet. All right. I'm gonna beat the shit out of whoever's closest to me. Actually, can I look around? Can I see the person who yelled to distinguish the elemental?
It would be the person who is lying dead at Wolfram's feet.
Ah, deal. Okay.
Taking.
No, Wolfram thought he just dismissed you using magic, so he killed him.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Who is where I can run by Wolfram so he can see me? I'm gonna go after one of them.
Yeah, you to the room.
Yeah, you can easily just run into the room.
Start attacking the big group surrounding Raina's bed. You could shoot a fireball at him, and I'll look over my shoulder and be like, "Oh,
I don't know. The room might be too small.
Yeah.
firebolt, probably."
I was gonna say.
Maybe
What?
don't fireball on Raina. I don't think she can survive it.
No, I don't think I could.
Let's do a firebolt. Does an 11 hit?
And 11 does hit.
Holy shit!
All right.
Damn,
An 11 hits?
these guys are weak.
No, it does not. Sorry, shit. I do that thing where I fucked up and I looked at hit points rather than our AC.
I think
You're
they
good.
have 16.
Yeah, it's a 16, sorry.
No, you're good. That's fine.
I'm sorry for metagaming. I'm not doing it intentionally, but I know all the lesser NPCs.
No, I thank you for keeping me honest, because like I said, I just glanced at the stat block and I was like, oh yeah, and I didn't realize that I was looking at hit points, not AC.
What are they wearing? Chain shirts and shields?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so since the fireball missed, all I want to do with my bonus action is just kind of like grunt and snap my finger loud enough to where if Wolfram didn't see the fireball, he definitely...
Oh, I saw it. Like, it still
Okay.
passed me. It just,
Okay.
like, lied.
Okay, good.
Yeah, there's like a singe mark on the wall. Nothing has caught flame, but there's definitely a dark soot stain on the wall where it kind of swung the magic swung wide, That would bring it back around to Raina being at the top.
I do really want to just say this because I remember if firebolt hits something, it does ignite. We are in a wooden building, I think.
Yeah.
We don't have to make that a thing, but it could be that like something is smoldering.
Could have went out a window, maybe, or we could just say something caught fire.
I mean, it could have hit the guard. I think it'd be okay if it's just like a little smoldering. We don't have to make it like it's catching fire to the end. I just think that
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense that it would like maybe it just wasn't as potent as it could have been, and his armor is pretty hot right now, but it's he's fine for the most part.
yeah, square in the chest, so it didn't like penetrate.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm backing off.
Raina, you are up.
Okay, so are the shackles that I am wearing?
You have not had a chance to be shackled yet.
Okay, so they didn't get a chance to put them on.
No. So what happened is the caller, said, "Hey, put the shackles on her." Wolfram, moved further into the room, and then shit popped off.
Yeah. Said, dismiss the elemental! Wolfram saw Guizo disappear and killed the man.
Done.
Just fucking
Anybody else want to try to dismiss the elemental?
Anybody else want to negotiate?
No.
Okay,
I've
sorry, you
muted.
guys, I'm trying to
I-
decide
I've-
between two of them.
I've muted so you can.
I can't hear Raina.
I'm trying to decide between 2 spells right now. Ooh, I'm trying to decide between 2 spells. I'm sorry, you guys. Ah! I think I muted myself too. Yep.
Here we go. Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm trying to decide between 2 spells. Give me just 1 second. Are any of them within range of me being able to touch them? Not the weapons, but specifically touch them? Because that'll help me decide which one of the 2 that I go for.
They'd have to be within melee of you, so...
They have their... Let me check what their range is.
Spears do not have reach.
Okay, cool. So, yes, you could reach out and touch one of them because they are within 5 feet of you.
I imagine you doing like a sweet move where you like kick the spears out of the way and then you're just like grab one by the neck.
I actually did plan on, like, somehow getting one of the spears out of my face. And then, at least touching one of them to bestow a curse.
Hell, I mean, like, flavor it however you want as long as the touch AC works. It's a spell melee, I think. Is it a spell melee or is it just a save? It's a save, isn't it?
It's a save.
Wisdom.
You have to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, please.
Does a 12 save?
No, it does not.
What's yours now? Like a 13 or a 14, I think?
I think it's a... It's been 13. I think it went up to a 14. Let me look.
Because you have a +3 proficiency and then +3 charisma?
Yep, it's up to a 14 now.
Hell yeah! Starting to get a potency.
I know, I'm so excited.
What does it look like when you curse his ass?
I'm trying to decide if I want to do... Has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, or the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each turn. I like that one. While cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each turn. If it fails, it wastes an action doing nothing.
What does it look like when you curse them? Do they like black smoke and stuff start billowing out of their mouth and eyes or something? Or is it like moonlight beams start coming out?
I think this one, he would like... I see it as like him starting to feel some kind of like sending pain, and you just see like a light go up his arm from where I touched him.
Nice! His veins are full of moonlight and it's burning him.
Yes.
That's terrifying.
That's fucked up.
Was he gonna attack?
They are going to move as a group.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, does that mean the whole group then?
No, I have separate health pools for each of them, and I have the cursed one marked.
Okay.
That's the one that is probably closest to Arena. I guess they're all the closest to Arena, but...
So you got anything else for me?
No, other than... Is that okay? Because I have to have the DM's final say on such a curse's effect.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
That part is mostly for like, I want to curse them, but do this other specific thing. Is that cool?
Something that is similar in effect, but is not listed. If it's listed in the spell, you can probably do it.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm done.
Cool. Wolfram, you are up.
Alright. Had they gone? Did they all turn to face me except for the one that she just, like, got it.
So the way that I did this was I rolled their initiative, but basically started this as a basically I gave you guys a surprise round because they definitely did not expect
Combat.
yeah, they expected to have complete control of the situation, and then in an instant their leader is dead and one of them has been, cursed. It's they didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Turned
Okay,
into
yeah,
like-
the leader being dead for sure makes me think they'd be surprised. I'll take it, sure. I totally strategized that and didn't just kill the first person that was in front of me.
This is great.
Alright, then I guess I keep attacking?
Hey, it's all you. Do what you gotta do.
Alright, that is a 15 to hit.
That one does not hit.
Okay. Second attack is only a 16 to hit. That was a 7 and an 8.
If it meets, it beats.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll my damage. That's a 6 plus 4, 10 damage to the next one in line. I'm just starting to wade into him. I think I hit him in the shin and he kind of knocks over a little bit, and then I bring it up and slash him.
Cool.
But that's my turn.
So this guy even falls down to one knee and is like, "What the?" And in this flurry, the guards start taking their turn.
Come at
Go ahead.
I said, "Come at me." Sorry.
Two of them keep their spears trained on Reyna.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them. You said the wisdom saving throw wastes its turn. Kindle?
Yeah, if you fail it, you waste it.
And that's against your spell save DC, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So one of them is has dropped his spear and is grabbing his forearm and gasping. And he wastes his turn.
If it lasts more than 4 hours, he needs to see a doctor.
The one who you hit just now, Wolfram, tries to run and gives you an attack of opportunity if you so wish.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I'll go for it. Sorry, I had to do math real quick. 22.
Yeah, that hits. Well, he had 1 hit point, so.
Okay. I cut his leg out from under him when he tries to run, and then I step on his corpse to get to the other ones.
Oh my
Beautiful.
god!
Eating into them.
Wolfram is truly a fucking monster.
He's not. I mean, he's a fighter for sure.
Yeah. Driffin, in the hallway, one of these guards, the first one in the triangle, who was just had his eye clawed across by Misfit, is going to swing at you, and I bet a fucking 11 doesn't hit.
It does not.
Okay, and the two behind him are going to try and step forward and do the same. Does a 17 hit?
Not with a shield.
Not with a shield, no.
Fuck. So, the one on the left of the clawed eye guy who missed you because his depth perception is off. You raise your buckler up and it glances off the top of it, missing you.
Yeah.
And oh my god. Okay, so I rolled a nat 20 on that one.
There you go.
All right.
He had it up
Hit it.
while he was dodging the first one, leaving his stomach completely exposed.
So you will be hit for 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Coolio.
And then that brings it to your turn, Driffin.
All right. So, question on extra attack.
Yes.
If the first attack would kill, can the second attack switch targets, or must I just have one target?
Yeah, I can switch targets.
Yeah. I think
All right.
I think the only ruling that's ever been on that is like no if it's out of your like movement range, so you can't like move
You
45 feet to get one, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
I just saw Haley's comet you wave. Shit, let me check that.
You still there with us, Driven?
See.
Okay, cool. So let's try this one thing real quick. How's that?
Oh. Connection issues.
Do you think switching to general chat would fix it?
You would think, but how's it going now, Driven? Seems to still be busted.
Did this do anything?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Sweet. Perfect. Cool.
How did that work?
I don't understand.
Anyway,
I was not being serious when I said switch to general chat and it would work.
Well, you were right, so too bad.
all right. So the first attack was a 13. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Sad. All right. Am I audible yet?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I heard a dinging. I was making sure. So the second attack is gonna go for the same guy.
Cool.
The one that crit on you?
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit, unfortunately.
Damn. Okay.
Are you adding your full plus 6?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Yeah, I did that earlier. I understand. My fifth. Yep.
Well, it's my own damn fault for what I've done.
It says
Well,
RPC connected at the bottom.
I rolled my dice today to see what I got, and I decided to go with the lowest roll on my d20s.
Brandon,
Just
yours
a-
isn't working at all. Try deafening and then undeafening.
Okay. I might have to restart my Discord real quick.
Yeah, try and restart Discord real quick.
I've been having trouble with it
Okay.
the past few sessions, feedback sessions for the art school as well.
Okay.
All right. Well, that brings it around to Guizo's turn.
All right. So do we have? Are some people? Some of the guards are fleeing. Are any? I heard talks of negotiation. Was that our team or them trying?
Oh, that was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay.
I do have a question. Why didn't the guards attack me at all?
Two of them kept their spears trained on Reyna because to their knowledge, she somehow murdered a family and burned their entire house down in the matter of the past few hours.
The other one wasn't able to do anything, and then what about the fourth one?
He is bleeding out, missing a leg on the floor.
Oh, I thought they were... Okay, so I killed the leader, and then I killed this guy, and there were only 3 left?
There are
3
2
in the hall and in the room.
Yeah, 3 in the hall and 2 in the room now.
Okay, I thought there were 8 total. No, never mind. It's fine.
You can hear now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Are we still counting the guy that got cursed too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Took me a while to catch on, but I think I get it.
Cool.
So she cursed somebody. How come they didn't attack us?
They spent their turn. They lost their turn with the wisdom save.
Right, but it's only the one guy. The other 2...
Had their spear kept on Reyna because they were, they think she's the biggest threat right now because of her magical capability.
Right, but she also used her magic on somebody. Basically, I'm asking why they didn't attack anybody. That might be a weird question, but if we don't know, and if there's like a reason that we don't know, that's completely reasonable. I wanted to make sure that like things moving, you just didn't like forget to do their turn.
Yeah, no. They made the choice to keep spear trained on Reyna, but not physically do anything.
Gotcha. Okay. Guizo.
Am I hitting with a 17 for the love of God?
Yes. What are you hitting with?
I would like to run up to a guard, grab them by the collar, and I would like to yell, who you trying to extinguish, as I cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh, I love it.
You have advantage because they are wearing metal armor. You should roll again to see if you get a nat 20.
Yeah.
Dirty 20, 15 plus 5.
Okay, yeah, you still hit, but it's not a crit, so... Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
5.
So this guy lights up like a cartoon skeleton and smells like an overcooked ham as he falls to the ground.
Right. Holy shit.
That guy had 4 hit points left.
Who hit him?
Misfit.
Oh. Wait, Misfit attacked somebody in the hallway.
Yeah.
So, as Guizo moved into the room?
Yes.
Okay, that's
think
my
he's still
mistake.
I think he's still about in the hallway, because I started off my initiative order in the room that we all started in before we rolled initiative, and then I threw a fireball from, like, about the doorway.
Yeah, the reason I asked was because you shot one from the doorway, and I didn't know if you were attacking the guards in the room or in the hallway.
That fireball in particular, I was aiming at one in the room, I assume.
Okay, but this one is the ones in the hallway that are attacking Griffin.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So it's exactly okay.
Perfect. Reyna, you are up.
Okay.
I'm muted, so you can do yours.
Pardon.
Looking for a spell?
Yeah.
Oh, the spellcaster trying to find the perfect spell.
Yeah.
The sound of it is always amazing.
I'm so sorry.
Alright.
Okay. Question. If I were to make a hold on. If I were to make
a 30-foot line, would I hit anybody in the party?
They're on either side of you. I'm not sure that's the best idea.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, technically, you could move to one side of them and then like blast them. Like you could roll off the bed, get out of the way of the spears, and then blast them. Maybe. Is that possible, DM?
Yeah, but I think she'd still hit people in the hallway.
Okay.
I have this one. I'll use this one.
I mean, if you have a cantrip, you could twin spell it, maybe. And just
I
hit both of them.
actually think I will do that. Actually, no, it's not a cantrip. I'm going to use Tasha's Mind Whip on. Okay. So they're just on either side of me. The dude that I cursed, where is he? Is he still in front of me as well?
Yes.
Okay.
He is grasping his arm in pain. He lost his turn.
Okay. Actually, let's make this. Sorry, y'all. Let's do a cantrip instead. I'm gonna cast Frostbite. And I'd like to twin it and put it on both of the guys.
Both the people that have you at spear point?
Yes.
It's
So
one sorcery point for that, I believe.
yes. So I will just need to.
Hold on.
If you could make a con save for each of them, please.
Here's my question, DM. Are they holding their action to attack her if she tries to attack them?
Yes, you have figured out my puzzle. Neither one of them saved. One rolled a 5 and one rolled a 3.
Cool, because I reached level 5. The damage increased, so it's 2d6, so they both take 10 damage.
Okay.
And cold damage. And you have a disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll.
I think their reaction procs first, is that correct?
Yes, because it would be... The way I see it in my head, at least, is like they're waiting for her to attack themselves, and then they see her start to cast, you know.
Yeah, and they just stab, and then they get frosted.
So, Reyna does a 13 hit.
No!
Are you sleeping with Mage? No, wait, she's got Elven Chain, doesn't she?
Yep.
Yes.
She's fucking pulled a Frodo on her asses.
Yeah.
And does a 6 hit.
No!
She looks like she's been stabbed, but she hasn't because of the beautiful Elven Chain.
I love it.
Alright. So, they are frosted over. Let me write disadvantage by their shit.
They took the 10
They
damage.
probably look barely alive.
Yeah, they fucking did.
Oh shit.
Cool. That brings it around to you, Wolfram.
Okay. They go right after me, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna see that she's frozen both of them, and I'm gonna go over and attack them.
Beautiful.
It basically she's set it up for me, and I'm gonna bowl it over. Okay, 25. For the first one,
That
I guess
definitely
I'll
hits.
go ahead and roll damage. I rolled minimum damage. That's a 3.
It's a death blow.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to attack the next one. That is an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. I managed to not properly get this one, but yeah, that's my turn.
Cool. So, in the hallway, Driffin and Guizo, you see, everybody hears the sound of more footsteps coming, thundering up the staircase. This is there's 3 levels on this building: the base, the first level, and the second level. You guys are on the second level, so the topmost, room. You only hear it because it's now, close to you, and over. Coming up the steps, finishing his up the steps motion, stands a man in, leathered, buckled armors. He looks very roguish, has long, I say long, like shoulder length, kind of wavy, brunette hair, very sharp features, very classically handsome, very Fabio,
Fucking hot.
And he has a shadow, 5 o'clock shadow, and he just holds his hands up and he goes, "Everybody stop!"
Is it Aragorn? You can tell me.
It's not Aragorn, but I did almost exactly describe Aragorn, huh?
Yeah, just about.
Bro, he's hot.
All the guards are stopping what they're doing. We will. I was gonna say we will. I next in initiative order is Driffin. So.
Okay.
I'm not sure what I should do here. I've been attacked, so I'm pissed off.
I mean, if you want, we can say we just make the decision to freeze, but you are welcome to do whatever you like. Because like this would be a perfectly good excuse for us to be like, okay, yeah, they stop, we stop, or not, or whatever.
I think I'll keep my eyes on them, kind of my weapon trained in their direction.
You're readying your action.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that, and then I'll wait to see what happens.
Cool. So Wolfram, you already established that you would stop. Guizo, you are next after Driffin. Would you heed this command?
I'm trying to think of what a 15-year-old would do.
Oof, this is dangerous.
A literal 15-year-old hothead.
Hothead.
God, I must have something subconscious going on, because I did not realize I was describing him. Seeing a picture of him is like, oh yeah, good God. I just
fucking classic rogue.
Yeah.
If this counts as metagame, nobody answer this, but I'm going through psychological warfare in my head right now. Would you guys be mad at me if I grabbed him and I pulled him into my sheath?
Dude, this.
Or actually, let me see if I'm high enough level to do that yet. I don't think I am. Let me check.
You are not. That happens at 10th level.
Shit. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll stop, but I'm gonna glare at him and wait for an explanation.
Reyna, you are the only one to need to establish what if you would heed this command.
Yeah, I'll heed.
Okay, cool. So this guy takes a look around, taking in the scenes. Four of his, half of his 8 men are dead, and one has is like struggling in the corner, kind of in that half squat position with his back against the wall, like moonlight traveling up his veins. And
if I may offer you a something, as the DM, you have the power to do this, and I'd like to offer you this devil's bargain. I cut all these men down. I did not do what's the word for it? Non-lethal damage. But as the DM, you can give death saves to anyone you want, and it's been less than 3 rounds.
it has.
So that would be a decision that I entirely leave in your hands, my good sir. They could still be bleeding out, but be barely alive if they wanted to like try to do life-saving sort of things on them. If they're important to the story, I have absolutely no problem with you just being like, yeah, they have they're having their death saves.
So, the caller is definitely dead, the first one. But the other ones have not sustained so bad a blow that they could not be, saved in the future. The one is probably never going to walk the same again, is going to need a prosthetic.
I'm cool.
One is blind and one eye now.
I was ready to kill him, so But if it helps narratively,
Yeah. So this guy looks around and he says, I told them not to do this. I knew you'd make quite the mess. You all return to your stations, get these men help, and you all come with me. We've got to go see the headmaster. And without waiting for a response, he just turns around and continues to march down the steps.
I won't say anything because that's out of character for Wolfram. Sorry, for a second I was like, I call after him, and I was like, no, this isn't Lee.
I guess I would straight up just start walking after hoping the other guys follow at least.
Guizo kind of appearing calm, but his eyes look a little panicked, watches Reyna walk by, and then sticks close by her.
When I walk by, I was gonna say, when I walk by you, I'll give you a very slight shoulder squeeze. React to that however you like.
Who is that you were shoulder squeezing? Was that Guizo or
Guizo,
Reyna?
yes.
Guizo, okay. He'll put one of his hands on the hand that you squeeze him with, and he kind of looks up at you, and he doesn't nod, he just looks up at you, and you can kind of tell that he feels safer with you now after that. Like, that was good.
Wolfram will say only, we will not let harm come to you, Reyna. And then he won't say anything else for like 30 minutes.
That's fair.
That's too much talking for Wolfram.
Yeah.
Griffin follows behind.
I will say, before I leave, Wolfram crouches down and wipes his blade on one of the Brown's cloaks.
That is perfectly fine with me.
Am
God, I
allowed to
love having a Wolfram in my campaign. It's fun.
If it becomes a problem, let me know.
No, it's great. It makes me have to be good at improv.
Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it. So, nothing really major happens as you make your way, led by this man who has said nothing else to you, by the way. You're probably like a 40-minute walk from the Name Guild, and that's where he's obviously leading you. and he just leads you into the building. It's almost completely dark. There's a few people at the tables eating, studying, various scrolls and books and such. Probably just members of the guild themselves. And leads you back up to a room pretty close to, but not the... sorry, I'm clicking through dozens of tabs trying to find the thing I'm looking for, and it's not even here. There it is. Okay. Okay, there it is. A room down the hall from Sibo's office, the Sibo Johansson, the gnome that is the head of the Name Foundation, is this large kind of meeting room. There's a circular table, like, the best way I can think to describe it is donut shaped. You know, it's circular with a hole in the middle.
Okay.
It's about 10 feet across. And there are 3 people in here, one of which looks very similar to the man you've been following, but probably 10, 15 years younger. Sibo, and another man that you can't really, like, place at all. He's tall, kind of olive-skinned, and short cropped hair, 5 o'clock shadow, and again, very roguish, very traditionally handsome, you know. And Sibo looks up as you all enter, and he says, "Reyna, I owe you a big apology."
Okay, let's hear it.
That very book that you brought, well, it confirmed a theory that I had that we can use to prove that none of the things you were accused of, none of the, well, I'll come out and say it, none of the murders were done by you, but we need something of you. And the olive-skinned man stands very slowly, very calculated, and again, very slowly and calculated, reaches into a pocket on his chest, his leather chest plate, and pulls out a probably about 4-inch, very square rod, and it looks to be made of like some kind of compressed powdery material. And Sibo says, "We need you to use your magic to burn this."
May I ask what this is first?
Well, we're calling it a telltale because up until now, magic is magic, right? You can tell that magic has happened, but you can't really, unless you witness it, say what did it or who did it or anything. You can't identify the source most of the time. And when I say the source, the single entity. And he stands up and begins to walk around behind the chair that he was in, pacing. The shorter of the group, mostly Reyna, can only see the top of his head as he paces back and forth.
Wolfram sits down and is rubbing his temples as steam slowly pours out of his ears.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, I apologize, a very Stargate SG-1 explanation episode, you know?
No. It's just that Wolfram knows nothing about magic.
Well,
not a lot.
Working with these hunters and astrologists, he waves a hand at the olive-skinned man and the 2 other men that look very similar to each other, one younger. Sorry, you haven't met yet, have you? Did you introduce yourself? He looks at the older man and he shakes his head no, very quickly and curtly. Well, he's Julius. And he, points to Julius. Julius nods. And he's Trevor. He points to the younger of the 2 men that look alike. And this is This is Sebastian, and he points to the olive-skinned man. And
Shit, is this a Castlevania reference?
hey, you caught me.
I love it. Okay, yeah, now I get why you described him that way now. I love it.
And Sebastian isn't. Sebastian's a completely, to my knowledge, original. I may have accidentally Aragorned again. And Sebastian just nods and holds out the little stick to Reyna and says, as Sibo says, well, we think we've figured out a way. These monstrologists, they dedicate their life to studying the traits, the habits of monsters, and they know how to put them down. They have to. They protect our society in this way. But as a byproduct of that, they also don't want to kill something that doesn't need to be killed. And, as all three of the men nod. And I've been working closely with them for the past probably 15 or 20 years. When Trevor was just knee-high to a grasshopper, before he even got into all of this. Trevor clears his throat. Anyways. We think we can use this to compare at least samples of things destroyed by magic and use the after effects, the burned stick, or whatever it may be, electrified, frosted, melted, whatever it may be, compare the two and see if they match. If they do, then we can we can confirm that the caster of both spells is the same caster or not. And he approaches the table again, pulls out a vial, and opens it and dumps it on the table on a leather, just like a leather sheet of lamb skin, or excuse me. Take a sip of water. I've been talking a lot. And he dumps it out on this, sheet, like typical paper-sized sheet rectangle of tanned leather, and it's a small pile of ash. And he says, "As you know, the guard was sent for you," which as much as I used to think that maybe you did that thing, Reyna, I didn't think that they should send the guard for you in the middle of the night like that. That was not right of them. But the guard is the guard. They want to protect the people. They want to protect the guild. It is what it is.
I understand that they want to protect, but I feel like they may have gotten a realization not to do that with me and my group.
Well, they're probably looking for you right now if those he just looks at the bloodstains on Wolfram Foods, and yeah, and if those are fresh, they're probably looking for you right now, and we can buy you some time, but this will be the main thing that will be your saving grace, that will confirm that you didn't kill those people. I don't think you did it, because magic is magic, but I've never seen someone manipulate time, and I don't think you had the time to do this. And the Sebastian again proffers the stick towards you, Reyna.
I will take the stick. Now, what exactly do you want me to do to this stick? Because I don't have anything that will necessarily catch it on fire. I no longer have the spell Burning Hands. I only have Sacred Flame, which is kind of close. Or I can light it up like a little flashlight or something.
We simply need you to destroy it. Your magic in itself should be enough. Just focus your magic into it as if you were casting a spell. As a DM, what I'm telling you here is basically you can spend a spell slot to do nothing in particular but destroy the stick, leaving its ashes in its wake.
Use. I was gonna say Sacred Flame would be good. I mean, I guess technically it's radiant damage, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, it is whatever you want to do. Like, however you want to execute this, Reyna.
I'll go for it.
I'll go for it. I'll expend a spell slot and just basically burn it with moonlight.
Wait.
Now, quickly dump the ashes here. While I prepare the liquid, and he is pulling more vials out of his jacket pocket, and mixing various liquids. And Reyna, as I assume you agree to dump the ash.
Yeah.
So you dump the ash beside the other pile, and he says, "Thank you. Now stand back, because this is the first time that we've done this, and it not been, well, I hate to say natural magic, because I don't know what your magic is, Reyna, but naturally occurring magic? I don't know. We'll see what happens." And he takes a little teardropper, suctions up a couple of drops of the liquid that he has mixed, which is now glowing profusely, this like green teal kind of sea foamy color, drops a couple of drops on the original ash pile that he dumped out of his vial, drops a couple of drops on Reyna's ash pile. Nothing really happens for a couple of seconds, and then suddenly Reyna's ash pile lights up like, there's only a couple of candles in this room. It's pretty dark. It's 3 or 4 in the morning. Lights up the room as if it were day with this lavender light. Beside it is this dull burning blackish green, brackish, very swampish, dull muted, a nightlight in comparison to her, sun of the day, lavender light. And Sibo, after a few seconds, this does fade. Sibo, shielding his eyes, says, "It doesn't match. It couldn't have been you, Reyna. It couldn't have been. I'm so glad, Reyna. I know I've been not the best to you, but I do appreciate the contributions that you've given to us, and I'm so glad to know for sure that it wasn't you."
It's like a magic litmus test. I dig it.
Well, can I at least get my old apartment back now?
Yeah, I'll do what I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, Sebastian here thinks he's got a lead on what it may have been. I have to go take care of some things. Sebastian, Julius, Trevor, do your thing. Explain to them what's going on. Sebastian just nods.
Wolfram puts a hand up.
Yes.
Why does she not simply pay the Were Guild? We have money now. We just pay for their death. Yes?
Huh.
Is that not how... I would assume that is not how it works here. I assume that that's just how it works, or that's how Wolfram thinks it works.
That's definitely how Wolfram would think it would work, but that is not how it works here.
Yeah, they probably have actual justice systems here.
Yeah. Well, like you said, in Eldred's a very... the culture is very village Viking-like,
Right. Well, like, Wolfram is used to the idea of just being able to cut a man down and just, pay a price for it.
Oh.
Yes, exactly. But there's like a whole justice system here, and not gonna get too far into it right now, but like
I love the idea that he's just looking at him like Sibo's just like, where did you find this barbarian? You know, somebody who just like, oh, you killed somebody, you just pay a little money, it's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
What do you mean by how many incident reports?
Are you muted, Guizo?
I pushed the talk and it wasn't working.
Gotcha.
I was making a joke about the dead bodies that we kind of left behind at the hotel.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Sibo doesn't really know how to respond to that. He just says, "Man, you're not from around here, huh?"
How can you tell?
Well, for one, it's pretty comfortable outside, and you're sweating.
Yeah, the Wolfram is dripping sweat onto the floor and is like ruddy red.
By the way, it's like 72 degrees. Like,
I know, but Wolfram doesn't wear a shirt in fucking Arctic conditions.
yeah. Well, that's just not. We have a system here of law, and you keep interesting company right now. Anyways, I have to deal with some more things involving this. Like I said, you guys do your thing. And Sibo leaves without another note. He's just gone. He hurries out of the room.
Wolfram looks contemplative for a second and then looks up to Reyna and says, should I not have killed them?
No, Wolfram, it's fine.
No, Wolfram, it's fine. You're okay.
Wolfram nods.
Sebastian speaks up and he says, oh, sorry, Julius speaks up and he says, honestly, put in your position, I probably would have done the same thing. Protecting the people you care about, protecting your party. I understand. But on to the matter at hand. I think the quickest way to solve this problem is to hunt down the thing that actually committed this crime, and Sebastian, he nods, has had some leads. Sebastian? And Sebastian begins to sign, actually. And after a few moments, Julius speaks up and he says, we have reason to think that there is some sort of corrupted beast in the mines in the quarry that the father of the family worked in daily. We don't know the reasoning, but we assume that it tracked them down and killed his family, him and his family, burning down their home. What do we have to track it? And Sebastian begins signing again. Right. We have spoken to the foreman of the quarry. There have been mentions of things being stolen, pickaxes and precious ores and things, gems even. We think something is hoarding things, and if you had to ask me, I would guess that maybe it thought that this father of this family had stolen something that belonged to it. Whether or not he did is another story, but what brought you to investigate the mines, Sebastian? He looks at you all after asking Sebastian. He says, "My apologies. I'm just getting caught up on this as well. I had very little knowledge. Sebastian is coming in from out of town, hunting this thing particularly." And he signs, and Sebastian is signing for a little while. Right. So he's been hunting this thing and followed leads from over in Skyhelm, where there's a lot more underground work. He thinks it migrated after discovering that he was hunting it. Why were you on the hunt for that? Whatever this thing is? And do we know what it is? Again, more signing. Okay, cool. Right. And there's just some signing back and forth a little bit. And finally Trevor speaks up. Can we just go kill the thing? And both Julius and Sebastian give him a look. Look, I'm tired of sitting here. I want to get on my feet and go do something. Son, if you would learn to temper your impatience, it would do you great in life. Nothing ever good comes from rushing into a situation without knowing what's going to happen when you get there.
It's the guard again.
Wolfram strokes his face and says, "Unless if you are strong."
That's a fair point, my good man. You stand easily 1.5 feet taller than this guy. Right. Well, I mean, with that information, the best thing I can say is go to the mines with Sebastian here and see what you can find. See what kind of trouble you can get into.
Do you have anything of this creature?
Sebastian, as you ask that, immediately begins digging around in his bag, and he pulls out a like a fist-sized scale that
Wolfram.
shines. Go ahead.
Wolfram is coming over while he pulls it out. Yeah.
He pulls out this fist-sized scale that glows, not glows, reflects this like sickly brackish green kind of dirty color.
Wolfram takes it in his hand and closes his eyes and takes a deep inhale.
It is because you have your thing, don't you?
No. Well, this is more role play than anything.
Yeah. So I will say you do pick up a scent, one that is not pleasant to smell. It kind of smells like burning trash. And it's not great.
I can follow these. I hand it back.
He hesitantly puts the scale back in his bag, and he signs again to...
You're muted?
He signs again to Julius, who nods and says, "Yeah, we'll get that figured out. We'll take Trevor. Trevor knows enough to communicate for you to them. Meanwhile, I'll go help Sibo talk our way out of this mess and the mess left at the inn. I will say, Guizo, you've been picking up on the sign language, and it just kind of makes sense to you. You haven't needed to translate.
I was gonna ask if I could possibly learn sign language. So thank you so much for giving this to me.
I will say you didn't know it until now, but as it keeps going, like something about your brain is just picking up on the patterns, and you're kind of getting it.
Okay, cool.
You do have Eyes of the Roomkeeper, right?
I believe so. Let me. Can I be dumb and ask where that would be under?
And invocations. Eldritch invocations?
Yes, I do. I have Eyes of the Runekeeper.
Hell yeah.
Well, Which I know that's not directly how that works, but I think it would translate.
Basically. I mean, any writing is just symbols, and these are just hand symbols. Right? I mean, it makes sense to me.
Awesome.
fair.
I'm glad it doesn't only make sense to me.
Sorry, I was not trying to insult you.
No. Just
Now, question: where it says you can read all writing, I won't be able to communicate with like sign language back, but I can understand what he's saying, right?
Could probably learn it pretty quick.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah. Like, I think this is one of those things that you can eventually learn, but also, you notice that Julius hasn't been signing back for you. So you think Sibo can probably, Sebastian. Why do I make did I make those names so close? Sebastian can probably lip read to some degree or something,
Okay.
You at least get the vibe that he can pick up on what you're putting down in common.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. So, with that information, how would you like to proceed?
Should we head straight to, or should we do some prep work? I don't know what we would do to prep.
Guizo wasn't a part of the group during this point, but this sounds very familiar to when Tortimer pointed out that there was something going on, and we immediately kind of set out without hesitation.
Do what? Sorry, I had to pee.
Oh no, you're good. We're at a decision point on what we want to do, and
Whether
we're kind
we
of
should-
a couple of sessions ago when we were at Rotug, when Tortimer had the kind of, okay, this is where we need to go. We immediately set foot. We have a where we need to go. So do we want to just go like we did last time?
Wolfram seems like he would be in favor of just going. And yeah, he basically just like, I am ready to set out when you are.
I feel like Reyna's ready.
I mean, don't feel like you have to, because you did use up a bunch of spells and stuff like that. So if you guys want to finish up our rest or whatever, feel free to do that. But this is just the kind of thing that Wolfram would want. He'd be like, well, there's a problem. Why don't we just go deal with the problem immediately?
I am ready to go, and he gives you a thumbs up, and when he does, his hair kind of puffs a little bit.
Wolfram looks at the puff and nods.
I actually only used 2 spell slots for that whole thing, so I'm good to go whenever.
Didn't you use a 3rd level?
No,
Oh, you use your invocation to cast it once. I see.
Yeah.
Alright, Sign of Lumen, right? But bestow curse.
Yeah.
Is that a 3rd level?
Yeah, it's a 3rd level spell.
Okay, so yeah, I still use 2. I just marked it off as a 2nd instead of a 3rd. I still have 1 3rd level, 3 2nd level, and 3 1st level.
Okay. You did use a 2nd level. No, you didn't. I was gonna say you didn't end up using Tasha's. You used Frostbite, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Griffin's ready to go when the party is.
I am ready to go. Wolfram pulls the headband over his eyes since they're gonna be walking in the dark.
Right.
I love it.
I am ready to go.
So, I need to pull up a thing because I didn't have it pulled up already. You guys, you are led in mostly silence by by Sebastian, who... Where's the fucking thing I'm looking for? There it is. Who leads you about a 2-hour walk. You know, by the time that you guys get there, outside of the main city, you start approaching kind of farmland-ish. There's some small farms, but the most activity out here is there's a small community even just outside of these like cliff faces, and you can tell that there's been work, like manual labor, done to shape this cliff face, as there are very sharp uniform edges and holes all along this cliff face that is kind of half like crescent moon shaped. It's not like a straight wall though. It is kind of sloping upwards, almost like the best way I can think to describe it is how a croissant is smaller towards the tips but bigger in the middle. And you guys get to... This is a small community, so it's not... you know, it's nothing crazy, but there is a couple of people... And you see even there are some people kind of moving towards the quarry / mines to start their day, you know, go about their work.
Oh, has the sun come up?
Yes, it is kind of probably about 6-7 a.m., so the sunrise has just started.
Okay, I'll take off my headband then. I unblindfold myself.
Don't worry, it won't be long before you need it again.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sebastian leads you again further to this kind of small little shack that sits at the base of this cliffside. It has the staircase beside it that leads kind of, you know, straight up into this cliffside. Now, there's a man standing there, and he's kind of punching tickets as people, you know, hand a ticket to him, grab a bag, and, you know, go on up the steps. You guys all approach as a party, and Sebastian signs to you, Guizo. Can you please explain to him that I'm the one that he's been communicating back and forth with over missives for the past month or so, and we are here to investigate the most recent passing.
Yes, so Guizo walks up and he bows, and he goes, "Hello, you have been communicating about a situation that you have over the past month. This is your pen pal," and he kind of points.
Right, well, we had things stolen and such, but this is the first time. Mark, poor fella and his family, and they're all gone. And Sebastian just nods, and you see him point, and sure enough, there is kind of off at the back end of this small gathering. It's far enough away that you can't really see the house itself, but you can see the smoke that is still, you know, pouring off of this, you know, ruin of a house that you assume is their house that was burned down. And Sebastian signs again. Would you ask him if it would be alright if we can investigate the house and then go into the mines if we need to? Guizo?
Hello? What? I'm sorry. You were cutting out for a sec. What was that last part?
Oh, my bad. Sebastian signs to you to ask if you as a group can investigate the house.
Sir, if you don't mind, may we do a little investigation and see if we can try to get down to things?
Seems fun to me. The family's, gone. We played hell putting the blaze out last night. I don't know what you're gonna find, but go for it.
Thank you very much. We will try our best to make sure that this does not happen again.
Right. Well, I appreciate that. And he continues to punch tickets as people push past you.
I would like, while they investigate the house, can I say Wolfram just kind of walks around the, is there just one big entrance?
There's like, you know what? God, I hate to... You know the big-ass tree in Hunter x Hunter?
Uh-huh.
How it has the, like, staircase zigzagging up to meet the tree?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but on the cliff face. So there's, like, one set of stairs that's about 6 feet wide, and people are kind of funneling up to it.
Okay, so this isn't in a cave.
There are caves in this cliffside that are, what they're working from.
Okay. I kind of want to just go in and wander around and see if I can basically do survival and see if I can catch this thing's trail.
Alright, that's fine with me.
Okay, I feel like I'll be better suited doing that here for now while the party investigates, and then I'll meet up with them.
Beautiful. So, I think we will go ahead with the party investigation first, since that seems like it'll be, like, more... like there'll be more stuff going on there. You guys are led by Sebastian to this smoldering ruin. It's nothing fancy, it's a small little house. It's a construction worker who makes minimum wages house, and it's been burnt to the ground, like, horribly so, to the point that you're like, I don't understand how this happened in a few hours, like overnight,
So the whole building is burnt down, or is it like got some remnants of itself standing?
There's some remnants. It's nothing much. There's basically the foundations and some framework of the walls.
This isn't really a go in and look. It's kind of a
sift through the
rubble and shit. Okay.
We're looking for a needle and a haystack.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I think this could be interesting. Could do something quite interesting, actually. Would there be any sort of animals, like just normal animals, within the vicinity?
I'm sure there are, squirrels, rabbits, your very average stuff.
Okay.
Maybe some rats even.
There's always birds.
Yeah, this is true. Could I maybe locate an animal within 100 or so feet of where I am standing in the rubble that may or may not have been there at the time?
Do you have any, like, specific ability to do so?
I have primeval awareness, but it would take me 1 minute in concentration.
I mean, sounds like the time to do that is just like
Yeah,
find a creature.
yeah. Find a creature, and then my plan is to use speak with animals and ask them what they may or may not have seen.
That is perfectly fine. Yeah, you can do that. I think what happens is, you manage to.
FYI, the primeval awareness range is 5 miles.
Yeah. You manage to, pretty close by, actually find a family of squirrels that nest in a tree that's probably about 40 yards from the house.
Okay.
And you can approach it and you use your speak with animals. What would you say in particular?
I would like to especially convey that I am not approaching them with any ill will, and I merely want to know if anything that happened in this home, if they had seen it and are able to identify any of it, and give me any details that they might be able to.
So... just double checking some exact wording here.
Okay.
Okay. So this the father squirrel actually begins speaking to you. And he says, "Yeah, man, it was crazy. In the middle of the night last night, I had to take a wicked fucking piss. So I get up, I crawl out here. I'm standing off a branch, whizzing. And it's this like crazy snake thing. It was huge. It was like the size of one of you guys, maybe even a little bit bigger. All black and green, and you know, it came in. It wasn't in there for long, and that house just went up."
Did anything else happen afterwards? It left? Did you see what direction it may have went in?
Oh yeah, man, it definitely went up in that hill over there. And he points to the quarry mine. Quarry/mine.
So it went in the mines.
Yeah, man, I think it came out of there too, if you ask me. When it left, it had like a big bag on its back. And
That's fucking nuts. What?
when this conversation is going on, you guys see Driffin speaking to a squirrel in a tree who is just chittering aggressively back at him.
I swear. Driffin is Snow White.
Oh my god.
Squeakity squeak, squeaking.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Look, I thought of this on the fly, okay? Don't.
I fucking love it.
Oh man. So, to your knowledge, this thing hasn't left.
Nah, man. I saw it go in. I saw it come out. A couple minutes later, the house was on fire. That's all I really know. Like I said, I had to pee in the middle of the night. That's it.
That's a lot of nuts.
I have no further line of questioning for the squirrel. I would like to give it an offering for its assistance, but I'm not sure what I have to give it.
You have 2 nuts.
I'm not trying to seduce the squirrel.
He's a married man.
He's a ranger, not a bard.
Very true, very true.
Last thing we need are a bunch of half Driffin, half squirrels.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that would be terrible.
Little
All right,
squirrels
now.
with forks and bows.
Everybody behave. Don't nobody go getting squirrely now.
Hey now. This has already gotten nuts enough.
Alright, enough of the jokes. Alright, so you've gained your squirrel information.
I'm definitely gonna walk over to the rest of the group and convey to them that so this squirrely little guy over here told me that some large snake creature with a bag on its back went into the home and left the home on fire and went back into the mines.
For the love of God, I want to ask if the animal speak with animal spell is still going, and you're still accidentally speaking squirrel to them before you realize it.
It lasts 10 minutes, so
It does last 10 minutes. So
You're
Driven just walks up,
just
and
like,
you guys just see, you guys are just like there, see, you know, listening to him chirp at you. Oh shit! I don't realize I'm still speaking squirrel to you.
I'm sure it eventually gets across.
What?
Sebastian signs, and Guizo, what you pick up is it's as I feared. I think we have a salamander on our hands.
Oh
But-
no, not a salamander.
But something seems wrong. If it's black and green, that's not their typical coloring.
Oh god.
I think we should meet back up with your friend.
Should I? I've spent some time over there. At least, I mean, I would imagine it took them a little while to get to the house and look around if
Yeah.
they're still investigating.
I'm going to say it takes them probably at least 15-20 minutes to get back to you.
Okay, so I've just been looking around and trying to catch this thing's trail. Could I roll a survival for that, you think?
Yes, that seems perfectly fine to me.
Okay, that is the total. It's really high. Let me find out exactly how high. That is a 22 survival. I'm walking around. I'm like sniffing the ground and like looking for tracks.
That is very good, and I think you do find some particularly large slither tracks. You're no stranger to, drag marks, and that's kind of what it looks like. As someone who lives primarily in the tundra, you probably don't have a whole lot of context for, like, giant snake, but...
Yeah, of course. But, the sandy sort of soil here might act... It would actually be easier to track in than snow.
Yes, and you definitely pick up a fresh track.
I sniff it.
It smells like the scale. Very sulfurous and of rot.
Then I will go and find the rest of the party and meet up with them.
So as you go to do so, you guys meet kind of halfway up the stairs with Wolfram.
Hello. This
You
way.
find anything interesting?
Yes, this way.
All right.
I'll take them to the tracks and gesture at them and say, "It is this way." And Wolfram starts leading the way, puts the headband over his eyes and walks into the darkness.
Sounds good to me.
Oh god.
Wolfram, while we walk, there are some words that we must exchange with you. And while he says we, Guizo points at Sebastian.
I am listening.
So we went to the house that was destroyed. And I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought.
You're good. We don't have to actually do the exposition.
Okay.
We can just assume that you communicated that to Wolfram.
So
Yeah, you don't have to RP it if you don't want to. It's just like it helps because we don't have to then say the same information over and over again.
Yeah. Okay. No. Good. Because I just lost my way to explain it. So
No. I listen to a lot of D&D podcasts, and you can just say you explain, so you don't have to repeat the information for the audience. Wolfram nods and says, Wolfram thinks for a second and says, "Salamander. Salamanders are small.
Sebastian begins signing, and Guizo, you pick up. Not these. These are named for the coloration that they share with salamanders, but for the most part, they're monsters all their own. I have tracked down and had to put down many because of their... they tend to think territorially and think that things are theirs and will kill for their territory.
Would you like to lead point?
He signs to Guizo to communicate. You found the trail. It's yours to lead.
We should proceed with caution, and I will attempt to move quietly.
Beautiful. So for the most part, all that this is going to be is, traveling through tunnels. I'm not going to describe 3 hours of traveling through tunnels.
Yeah, we come to a fork every once in a while, and Wolfram just stops and sniffs, and then just points down a tunnel.
Yes. You are going for about an hour or so, and you hear a dripping coming from down the hall in front of you. Not terribly far, maybe another 50 or 60 feet. It's out of sight for most dark vision, because I think dark vision is just 30 feet, right? 30. It's 60 feet. Okay.
I immediately crouch and start moving slowly. Hand on my sword.
Griffin draws his new bow.
Would this be a stealth check? Group stealth check, possibly?
Yes. Let me get a group stealth check.
That is... Let me find my modifier real quick. That's pretty good. That's 19. 14 plus 5.
Mine is 16.
9.
17.
You said 9, Guizo?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Um,
I mean, let's be fair. My hair is kind of a light source.
That's true. Could you maybe pull something over it, like a hood or something? Or will it? It wouldn't burn that, would it?
I think the fire is more like a natural illusion. His fiery hair.
Yeah.
Kind of like PonyCon Rapid Ash from...
Gotcha. But I mean... Yeah.
Okay, so I can put a... I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Well, I can't... I already rolled. I don't think...
Yeah, but it's a group check. It's a group check, so I think as long as half of us pass, we can cover for each other's sort of weaknesses.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, okay. Yeah, RP-wise, I can pull a hood over my head.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm sorry, Wolfram. I thought you were trying to help me get advantage.
No. I just... Well, okay, so if you have a light source, there's a lot of stealth checks that you just automatically fail. So just having like a way in-game to negate that would be... You know what I mean? Like, if the first supplement that came out for 5e, there's a dungeon that if you have a light source, you're automatically detected by the goblins. So that's why I bring it up. It's really hard to sneak up on something in darkness when you're holding a lantern.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So in front of you, you see this odd yellowish liquid begins to coat the walls, or is already coating the walls, but begins to fade into coating the walls for about a 10-foot stretch in front of you. And lying in this kind of viscous puddle are basically a heap of bones.
Okay, can I get a sniff? I want to see if it matches the scent that I'm tracking.
You can. It does not match the scent that you are tracking. It smells more sickly sweet. Like, how do I describe this? Like flowers gone bad.
Okay. Okay. I dig that. Not this way. Wolfram will start kind of investigating investigating whatever's going on here. Bones and in this weird yellowish sort of liquid.
How do you do so?
I am going to creep forward towards kind of into it and kind of look through, I guess. I'm just like kind of looking around, seeing if I can like make any sense of this. What does this mean? What is this sort of? I feel like an investigation would be the closest, but maybe a nature. I don't know. DM, what would be appropriate role?
I think investigation.
Okay. That's a natural 20. I also have nothing in the skill, I don't believe. Nope, I do not. So natural 20 plus nothing.
Okay. So, there's something sentient here. You think this liquid that's coating the walls, you see it kind of twitch and pulsate. The heaps of bones in the middle make you think that this is some sort of living trap.
Wolfram puts an arm up very quickly so that no one follows him, and he slowly backs out.
Beautiful.
Do not go in here. It is alive.
I'm gonna go touch it.
Oh shit.
You can do that. I mean, like, Wolfram can't stop you. Yeah, if you just run forward and try to do it, yeah.
I just want to poke it. I just wanted to, like, I don't know, child instincts.
Fucking do it, dude.
I want to pick up a bone.
Okay. So you run over and poke it and you pick up a bone?
Yeah.
Okay, what happens?
So you're crossing into this this goop, right?
Right.
I just want to be clear. You have to step into this goop to reach the bones.
Oh, okay. Can I just? I want to touch the goop. I won't grab a bone if I have to step into it. I just want to touch it.
You gonna poke it with a stick or like your finger?
Oh, my hand's going in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I ask a favor, DM?
Yeah.
Can we roll initiative so we can see how this goes if something happens, or is this the sort of situation where something's just gonna happen? But
you're about to roll initiative.
We don't have to.
You're about to.
Okay, I'm going ahead and rolling.
I just really wanted to interact with this. I'm sorry, guys.
No. Don't be sorry at all. I absolutely love this shit.
Me too.
So I think what happens is you touch it with your finger, and it burns something fierce. You're going to take 3 acid damage. And then as that happens, this thing begins to tremble and shake, and the goop comes down the walls and begins to form around the bones as you all roll initiative.
Right. I was not expecting him to do this because he did this as I was like trying to back out, like, do not go in there. So Wolfram is not expecting this. That's a 13.
I have 17.
Guizo, Wolfram, you had 13?
Yes.
Driven is a 17. What you got right now, Guizo?
I'm a 15 plus 2, 17.
I would argue that this was the triggering occurrence. Otherwise, I would say you're definitely surprised.
Yeah.
Unless if you were expecting this. Were you expecting this to happen, Guizo? Were you ready to jump away?
Guizo was not expecting it. No.
Okay.
So. So this is admittedly this is a little homebrewy, so. Okay. So we have 3 17s in the initiative order. How fun.
Great.
Not me. Remember, Griffin has a +3.
And then we have Reyna, Wolfram, and the other SJ. Cool. So, what happens is, this is kind of the, surprise round. It takes a full action for them to do this. The heaps of bones begin to congeal as this semi-transparent yellowish liquid forms around them, pulling them into a humanoid shape. And before you stands 2 skeletons with broken daggers and swords, covered and held together by this yellowish jelly-like substance.
Is this an Obelix?
It is not.
Okay, just curious.
Up first is Driffin.
All right.
Oh.
How far away from me are they?
Uh,
As always, I'm at the back of the pack.
yeah.
Just
Probably 15, 20 feet.
okay, cool. So I've got my new bow out.
Do it, do it, do it.
Just for shits and giggles. So are they standing relatively the same distance away from me, like beside one another?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Either or, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on one of them,
Cool.
and then I'm going to fire my new bow at it.
Beautiful. Fuck
And
them
for
up.
shits and giggles, I am absolutely going to use its one charge ability.
Which I believe is the...
The arrow phases
Yes.
and add 2d6 force damage.
Hmm.
So we're gonna fire the arrow, and that is +6. A 19 plus 6 is 25.
That hits.
All right. You know what? Why not? Can I use 2 charges in a row for the extra attack, or I can only use 1 charge per turn?
I believe you can only use 1 per turn, or like 1 set per turn.
Okay.
Let me
that's
double check it because I don't want to fuck you over.
Okay. So that one hit.
Does it say once per turn?
Its wording says when you make a ranged attack roll with this bow.
Then you can do it every time, even if it's
Yeah.
a reaction.
I can then, huh?
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck it, let's do it.
If you can only do it once per turn, it will say once per
Per turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That
Yeah.
one was an 18 plus 6, so 24.
That hits, buddy.
Right, so let's start rolling some fucked up damage numbers.
Yeah. This is a lot of damage.
This is gonna hurt. Alright, so I've got the...
2d6 from Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I already put Hunter's Mark on it. That'll be 2d6 from Hunter's Mark, 2d8.
It's 1d6 from Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's 2 attacks.
I see.
So that's 66 plus 2d8.
Holy fuck.
What?
Okay.
6. What the heck?
Because it's 2d6 force.
Yeah, if you hit, the target takes an extra 2d6 force damage.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my 2d8s. So that's 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 plus 3 is 5. Keep track with me, please. That's an 8 and a 5.
Gotcha.
Then my... How many did you say? It was 6d6?
Yes.
May I make a small... Do we have a dice roller? This might be the time to learn to use it.
Yes, we do.
Do we have a channels for it? Oh, here it is. Dice rolls. You can just type in exclamation mark R and then 6d6.
Ah, okay.
I would try that because right now you've got what 13 and then your modifier. So 13, 16 plus 66.
So, what was it you said to do? Exclamation,
Mark R 6d6.
no spaces?
No spaces. I don't think. Unless if I fuck this up. Maybe...
Oh, wait, might be.
Here in the dice rolls panel.
I put it in the wrong place.
It's okay. There you go. I would just take...
Weird.
Yeah, I guess you do have to do a space. That was my bad.
Yeah, it's exclamation point R space and then whatever you need.
Oh, okay.
I ended up doing it in general chat just to test it out.
Okay. So,
18 plus 13. Have you added your damage mod in yet?
damage mod, what do you mean?
All 3, the dex.
So
Do you have armor too? Because that deals an extra 2. No, that doesn't deal extra damage. Never mind.
that would be 16 plus 18, so that's what, 32?
What attack?
34.
It's an additional plus 3, so it's 19, right? 19 plus 18?
That's right. So
37?
37. Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Is
Fuck
that
a
right?
ranger. That sounds right.
One more question, Griffin. Do you get it? Is this a favorite enemy?
These are not beasts.
No. These are
Okay.
oozes.
Okay.
Delicious. Thunk thunk. Nice.
Yep.
man.
Thunk thunk, and about halfway between the distance, the arrows disappear for a second. and then reappear in their bodies, in its body.
Yeah, you blow like its midsection out. Like this odd thing happens where the bottom of the spine under the rib cage, that connects to the pelvis, is just gone. It's blown out of the back of this thing, and the jelly has to take a second to fuse the body back together.
All right.
You can
That
use
was fun.
I know you already used your bonus action. Never mind.
Yeah, bonus action was Hunter's Mark.
Sweet.
Math is hard.
All right, next. I open this up with a fucking fuck you straight to this enemy.
Yeah.
Did he kill the skeletons?
No, it did not.
Damn. What are these things fucking made of?
Ochre jellies. Like I said, this is a little bit of a homebrew, so if they end up hitting too hard, then that's one thing. I don't feel like that was too crazy because that was like the fucking opening salvo, you know?
Well, yeah, he used a resource of a magic item. I'm assuming this magic item is like rare.
Oh yeah, like this is, he got it as a prize from a pocket dimension gladiator fight, you know, like you're probably not going to find another one like it in the world.
Yeah.
Guizo, that brings it to your turn.
My bad.
Didn't he like lose his turn for doing the triggering reaction?
That is right. I forgot we're still in the first round. My apologies.
You good? It's fine.
Reyna, that would bring it to you.
Can I say something?
Do it.
Yeah, you can say something, yeah.
Crying or free action?
He goes, I'm sorry guys, I just wanted to know what it sounded like when we slapped it.
You found that out as soon as Driffin fired his arrows.
Slap, slap.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a fun sound. It's kind of wet and gross.
I mean,
It
defensive.
sounded fun when it burned my hand. It hurt, but it was fun.
You would be right in front of Driffin? Behind Wolfram?
Yeah.
10, 15 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna use Chaos Bolt.
Okay. On which one? There's two of them. One that has had its back blown out by Driffin. And
not
one
the
that
fun
hasn't
way.
been touched.
We'll do the one that hasn't been touched.
Okay.
Does a 14... Nope, wait, hold on. Does a 15 hit?
15 hits.
Score! So scared it wouldn't. Alright. Okay, so I am gonna do this on a second level spell slot. So I need 2d6 and 2d8.
Do you have that?
Yep.
Cool.
$12.
12 damage?
Yep.
Perfect.
And let's see, which one do I want to do? I'll say since they are ooze, that'll be cold damage.
I like it. So that's... You said 12 damage?
Yep.
Cool. Anything else?
Did you 20 it and you hit both of them?
No, because that's not a cantrip.
It doesn't have to be a cantrip.
No, it doesn't have to be a cantrip, babe.
It's just one. It's just one sorcery point, I think, because it's half the level, isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. Do you have to roll again for that, or does it use the same thing?
I think you have to roll again. I don't
I'll
know.
roll again.
I know it uses the same damage, but I don't know if it uses the same roll.
Oh, I'm so glad I rolled again.
Twin spell. When you cast a spell that targets only one creature and you don't have a range of self, you can spend a sorcery point equal to the spell's level. Okay, equal to the spell's level. To target a second creature in range with the same spell. It's a first level spell?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, it's just one sorcery point. Yeah, you just have to, you can attack again.
That will be 20.
To hit?
Oh, no, not to hit. That's damage. Hold on. It'll be 16 to hit.
Okay, that hits. The one that got his back blown out falls, kind of explodes into a sloppy mess that splatters the walls. It's down.
Yeah.
Wolfram, that brings it to you. You were done, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Wolfram, it's your turn.
I'm gonna grab Guizo. I'm gonna whip around as fast as I can while these spells fly over my shoulder, and I'm gonna grab Guizo and yank him out of there. Like I would like to bodily hurl him out of this thing's mouth, or whatever this is.
Beautiful. That's easy enough to do unless Guizo chooses to resist.
Nah, do it. It's fine.
Okay, that's an athletics. Let's see. Athletics. 11.
I think you're fine. You kind of stumble a little bit. You manage to pull him along. Guizo, you are your feet kind of drag as you stumble. It's awkward. It's clunky, but it gets the job done. You know.
I guess since he doesn't resist, I can just do it anyway. But still, basically what I'm doing is I'm using the shove action to push him out.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the attack action after that. I would have to go into the slime to do that, though.
I'll clarify. The slime is no longer like on the walls. All of the slime that was on the walls congealed to coat these skeleton bodies.
Okay, yeah, I'll hurl him behind me. With that, he's pushed 5 feet away from these things, and then I'll, with the other hand, attack with my sword. That is an unnatural 20, dirty 20.
That hits.
All right, that's a D8 because I'm doing it one-handed. That is 4 plus 4. Yeah, 4 plus 4, so 8 damage.
That hits good.
And now I'm standing in front of the remaining one, I guess. And that's my turn.
That would be 25. I hope you all didn't hear me just whisper what that health score was. Driffin, it's your turn.
I did not. Luckily,
No, it is not your turn because I am fucking stupid. I'm sorry. So this Skelly Jelly swings at Wolfram. Does a
natural 20 hit? Yes, it does.
no, I just couldn't find my D20. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Okay, so you are going to take 8 damage. 3 of it is acid damage, if that makes a difference.
Not yet. But yes, I'll keep that in mind. I would appreciate that, yeah.
And now it's your turn, Driffin.
Cool. I will not be doing the thing again.
You can move Hunter's Mark as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's definitely happening.
Okay.
It's moving over to the new guy.
You've moved it over to Wolfram, got it.
That'd be terrible. And then just gonna roll my 2 attacks on it.
Run it.
So does it
Alright,
just like
first
slap
one.
the shit out of me with jelly?
It has this kind of like broken off short sword, but it doesn't actually really cut you. It's too blunt to do so. It just kind of it kind of smacks you with this very blunted, deteriorating blade. Even a few like pieces shatter as it slams into you.
Wolfram says, "It has been a while since I have been exfoliated."
Sorry, that got
God.
me really good.
I'm gonna have to call back to that for the rest of my life, you know?
Oh God, yes.
Alright. So the first one was a 15 plus 6, 21.
That hits.
Second attack is a 6 plus 6, 12.
That does not hit.
Alright. So that is a 4 plus 3 is 7, and then 2. 9 damage total.
Beautiful. Got anything else for me?
That'd be it.
Beautiful. Guizo, you're up.
Sorry for the delay. I was in the other room getting Sharpies. I am getting you guys a picture of the monster.
Oh.
I would like to
I'll also clarify, you guys are pretty deep in here at this point. You know, you've been traveling, like I said, for like 3 hours into these mines. You don't think anybody's been here in a long time. It has gotten gradually less, less uniform, cut out by hand, and more naturally occurring tunnels as you go.
Would I be able to use Thunderwave in here?
I mean, you definitely can.
Can I
Okay.
get it to a point where it wouldn't hurt anybody because it's a 15-foot cube around me?
The only person in front of you that is on your team is Wolfram, and he's fighting one other creature. I think. Is that correct?
Yes. Theoretically, Thunderwave?
Yeah.
Where is that spell?
It's just a cube that is in front of you.
Yeah, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
I'll tell you,
Go ahead.
you could get just it in this, but you would have to run past it, taking an opportunity attack.
There isn't any way that he could because it's a cube, not a cone. So even if he was right beside me, I would get caught in it. Honestly, I would say just do it. Like, I'm cool with it.
Alright, let's do it. Guizo kind of shakes his hands together like one of the what are the not jaws of life, the shocky things they use to resist.
Yeah, the
Defibrillator.
paddles. The defibrillator,
defibrillator.
yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of like defib shakes his hands and he claps, and that's activating the Thunderwave.
Hell yeah,
Oh.
there is a move called Thundercloud.
Nice. So we got a Constitution 13 to save.
Beautiful.
No. That is 22.
That's a 10. So Wolfram saves, Skelly Jelly does not.
What's the damage on that, my man?
That is 8 damage.
Okay. Is that already halved? Because it was 3d8, and then I take half because I succeeded, I believe.
So half of that.
Okay. So 4. And Skelly takes 8.
What color did you say the sappy ooze was? Like a yellow?
Yeah, imagine a sickly like earwax yellow.
I'm eating peanut butter right now.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
No, I just thought I'd mention for the comedic timing.
Beautiful. So Guizo, if that's your turn, Raina, you're up.
That's it?
Okay.
I'm still standing.
Oh shit. Skeleton John.
God damn.
That was good.
That was fire right there.
Oh, that wasn't even. I didn't even sing that for any particular reason other than like I just thought about it in that moment. That was so good.
You should have been a bard.
John.
God. Oh, fuck. I should get a plate.
There's only one left, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look at that one and cast Frostbite.
Beautiful. It needs to save, right?
Yeah, con save.
Does an 18 save.
Yes.
Cool. Frostbite's just a cantrip, right? Kindle.
Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, it's just a cantrip.
Cool.
And you don't take any damage on a save. I had to read that.
Yeah. Well, usually cantrips are no damage on save. I think there's one or two, but for the most part, you know what? I'm gonna retract that because I think I'm wrong about that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you don't take any damage though.
You are entirely correct. There are almost no cantrips that deal damage on a save.
Wolfram, that brings it to you.
Alright. I'm gonna attack this thing again, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it up.
It's only one target, so I'm just gonna roll twice. That is a 22 and a 24.
That hits both times.
Right.
7. Okay, that's 15 slashing damage.
You cut this thing in half, anime style, where you cut it across the shoulder down to the hip, and nothing seems to happen at first. But then the yellow jelly begins to dry along the cut and crack and flake away as this thing falls into a pile of dust and bones. You guys have completed this encounter.
Wolfram yanks the tip of his sword out of the stone that it had embedded itself in.
So, having completed that, you are easily able to continue, if you wish, following the trail further downwards. You made a really good survival check.
22. I remembered it.
Yes. So I'm not gonna make you check again because, like, you have a ranger with you. You have a monstrologist with you. You made a damn good check yourself at the start of this. I think between the three of you, you got this.
Following by scent.
Yeah, you continue on down. There's a couple of more forks until you get to this point where also Driffin, you messaged about collecting some of the jelly. You definitely have a chance to do so.
Okay. Do I need to roll any sort of save on taking acid damage?
I'm gonna say yeah.
You can scoop it with a like a vial if you have one. Do you have a glass bottle?
I mean, I've still got the one I used when I grabbed the poison from the Zombitress.
If you've cleaned it, maybe. What would keep you from taking damage from that?
Since you know that it's going to damage you if you touch it, I think just a general dex check, and if you don't completely fuck it up, you're fine.
Oh shit! Do you have sleight of hand?
Yeah, I mean, I do.
I mean, like trained.
My sleight of hand is at +3.
Okay, so it's not trained. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, it should be fine. Dex or whatever.
I mean, dex or sleight of hand is a +3 for me either way. So. All right. 12 plus 3, 15.
Yeah, 15 is fine enough. You're good. You can get a vial of acidic damage. Acid.
Julio.
So, as you continue onwards, you begin to get more into more man-made structures again. It almost seems the best way I can think to describe it to you as players. Your characters wouldn't necessarily know this, but is think like Lost City, like ancient city buried underground. As you file into these caverns that are more and more man-made, you come across a sheer cliff drop. You only know it to be so because, in the darkness, it's almost impossible to see. But as you clear into this cavern, a mossy coating on the ceiling, almost appearing like stars in the night sky, begins to illuminate, almost as if by your presence. And in front of you, slowly, a huge lost city is revealed. It looks ancient, ruinous. Nothing is in perfect condition, but it is a very large city. It's built like current cities. When I say current, I mean in game time current. Medieval type infrastructure. Yeah. But at a much larger scale. These buildings are massive, rivaling, if not beating, the Name Foundation building, which is easily the biggest building any of you have seen. Standing across this chasm at the very opening of, this city is a large ornate building that has these, Roman-style columns in a half circle. And easily, because it is the brightest thing in this cavern, you see a kind of glowing greenish light moving slowly inside that building.
Nice. Wolfram looks over his shoulder at Guizo and says, "Do not be reckless here."
Okay.
So, do we have to climb down this cliff?
You can deal with it however you want to deal with it.
We have rope. Is there a place? I look around for a place to secure my rope.
I mean, there's not really much. There's some, I forget which ones are which, some stalagmites, stalactites.
Okay, I can use that. I want to find one that I think will bear our weight, like a nice thick one, and pull out. I assume I have rope. Let me double check. I'm just assuming because most D&D players have rope. I have an explorer's pack, which I believe includes rope.
Yeah, I believe so. I'm pretty certain you all have enough rope that
Okay. Yeah, I tie it off. You want me to make a check to see how good the knot is?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival for me.
I was thinking intelligence, sleight of hand. I know that's just the standard.
Yeah, that works.
It's actually worse for me, but it is the standard, so. Unless if for some reason Wolfram can tie knots.
I don't see why not.
Why?
Yeah. Hit me later.
He knows how to tie a fishing hook.
Okay, that is a 18 total.
Yeah, you trust it. It's a pretty good knot, in your opinion.
Okay. I believe rope only holds 400 pounds. So I guess we'll climb down one at a time.
I was gonna say, Reyna and Guizo might be able to go down at the same time, but I think Wolfram with his gear, like his greatsword and everything, is probably pushing it.
Yeah, that is a fair point. I'll climb down first so I can wait at the bottom and catch anybody that falls.
Okay, so you go to toss down the rope, and as you do, it as if on thin air coils and lands like on the ground, as if you had just thrown it on the ground in front of you, hanging over the chasm.
I hop onto where it is.
You find solid ground. As you do
Oh.
so, your foot around it radiates this shimmer of light that pulses and then fades. As you take a step, it does that every time.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and grab a fistful of sand and start trying to scatter sand onto the walkway here.
Yeah, you're able to do so. I won't make you guys go through the whole thing because it's probably like a quarter mile long. But there's no gaps. You are able to spread this sand and see it very well. You're able to cross.
As Wolfram comes back from jumping onto the invisible land, Guizo kind of thumps him in the chest to like as high as he can reach, and he goes, "What did you just say about not being reckless?"
Wolfram stops for a moment and looks very thoughtful. He looks down at you. He looks off to the side, rubs his chin, and says, "You are correct."
I love it.
You made my heart stop. I thought you were going to fall forever.
So, as you cross, the first thing that is in front of you is this massive, like Library of Congress looking building. Just moving back and forth ever so slowly is this glowing kind of green light that you can see. You can't tell what it's coming from. It's, again, like I said, it's moving very slowly. Imagine a will-o'-the-wisp just kind of hanging around, drifting back and forth through these clouded, dark, dusty windows. And behind that, spaced out by, several hundred feet, sits the rest of the city.
Okay. Have we lost the trail of the salamander yet?
You were able to follow drag marks and scent up to the invisible bridge. The scent has only grown stronger as you get closer to the city.
Then, yeah, get down into the city then, I guess.
Cool. Any particular goal in exploring here?
I'll be honest, I'm just trying to regain my sense for where this thing is. I could make another survival if I need to kind of regain what direction I need to go into to track this thing.
Yeah, go ahead and make one an advantage.
Okay. I needed that advantage because I rolled really bad on the first one. Survival, that is 17 total.
There are more drag marks that Sebastian, who is helping you out, that's why you had the advantage, is able to point out leading directly into this building that is I'll say the entrance building to the city. You don't have to go inside it to enter the city. That's just, the best way I can think to describe it.
Gotcha. Okay. Wolfram puts a hand or a finger to his lips, makes knowing eye contact, and then starts to creep towards it.
Let's do it. Does the party follow?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a 23 stealth.
Cool. So anybody who is going to follow, go ahead and give me a stealth check as a party stealth. Wolfram did pretty damn good. I don't think you're going to fail this unless the rest of you outright crit fail.
I got a nat 20, 22.
Hell yeah.
Did you say you got a nat 22?
You said it was a 6.
Yeah, I got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So mine would have been a 22 as well.
On a
Yeah, I
natural
rolled.
20.
Natural 20.
What are the
Right.
chances that two of you rolled natural 20s at the same time?
We shake
One and
hands
four.
and disappear.
I rolled a 16 plus 5, 21.
Okay, so you are able to stealth pretty much as easily as you would like. You think you're doing really well as far as keeping your shit together. You notice that before you begin to move, Sebastian takes a strap that was around his chest and another one around his waist and tightens them down, pulling his cloak up over his head, and you all begin to move. And
Right.
The doorway into this building is, imagine like a large double door, like a courthouse kind of doorway. There are no doors in the doorway. It is just open to the elements. Inside, echoing throughout the emptiness of the building, is this continuous scraping sound. It's very faint, but once you're there at the doorway inside the building, you can definitely hear it.
Okay.
Looking inside, it appears to be not a whole lot in there. It gives the vibes of ruined library. There are empty bookshelves, tables and chairs that have been tossed. It looks like no one has been here for a long, long time.
But we hear scraping coming from inside this room.
From somewhere deep inside the building, yes.
Oh, okay, deep in the building.
1/3. 5. Okay. Or no, 2. Okay. I'm gonna continue to approach stealthily and try to stick to the shadows, the edge of the room, whatever, as to not reveal myself.
You are easily able to do so. Following the... Because I'm going to run with that stealth check. There's no reason not to run
Yeah,
with it.
23, 22s, and 21. That was absurd.
Yeah, that was such a good stealth check. You guys have planned this out pretty well. You guys continue on deeper into the building, following the sound of the scraping, that being the only sign of life. And you're led up to a second floor by this sound. And drifting the halls of this second floor, you manage to see this snake-like creature, humanoid snake-like creature that doesn't seem to notice you right off the bat. I am going to upload a picture in character info photos. And it has this large, gnarled staff that... This thing stands about 7.5, 8 feet tall.
Oh.
And there's this kind of pulsing, glowing tendriliness that emanates from its staff. The floor that you're on is mostly an open floor plan. It seems to be kind of like an auditorium. You are kind of at the edge of a stairway, and the party leader, I'm going to assume Wolfram, or the person at the lead, sees this thing going back and forth, kind of muttering to itself in a language that you don't understand, Wolfram.
Does Guizo understand?
Does anyone?
What languages does everyone speak?
Guizo is a fire genasi, so he probably speaks Ignan.
Definitely.
What does Wolfram speak? Nothing useful.
You do recognize it, Driffin.
Ah,
It is primordial.
okay.
Then for sure Guizo would understand it.
Wait, let me make sure that I'm thinking of the right thing then.
Yep, I have common and primordial.
Yeah. Salamanders are elemental, so they speak Ignan, which is a dialect of primordial.
Yeah. Well, where the fuck is that character sheet?
You're not in love. And so do I.
Okay, yeah, it is definitely primordial. You guys understand, who understand primordial, can understand it. If you were to get, close enough or make a good enough perception check, to like understand what it's saying specifically,
Nice. Wolfram does not understand.
No, my perception was a 4+1.
Hold. I rolled a 15 plus 5, 20.
It is muttering to itself nonsense about. Here, let me kind of do it for you. It's all mine. You tried to take it. It's all mine. 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 He tried to take it. He can't take it. He can't take it. It doesn't belong to him. It doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me. It belongs to me. That's kind of what you get. It's just kind of muttering that stuff over and over. There's definitely a crazed look in this thing's eye.
Okay. Wolfram's gonna start making hand signs to indicate sort of positioning so that we can get the jump on it.
Back formation.
Yeah, the more, not ASL, but like the sort of hand signs that like hunters would use
Yeah.
one another.
Hand
Yeah,
signals.
Yep.
I don't know what we would want to do, but do we want to try to talk to it? Or are we just getting the jump?
I mean, you can say that to Wolfram. You probably want to whisper it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Guizo kind of gets closer to you, and he kind of goes, "Hey, I think we should communicate with it."
I do not think so. It is killed already.
Okay.
Well, that was that.
No, I like it though.
We're
It's
having a
important
lot.
to have that stuff.
That is gonna happen a lot.
I just love the little okay from Guizo.
You probably could have convinced him, but Wolfram seems to be in the mindset of killing this because it's already killed and it's causing us problems.
Odds are it spots us, we're a threat immediately to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I genuinely don't even know what we would do if we were to like tame it and talk sense into it. I just wanted to see if we could.
Hey,
Yeah.
I out of character think that's a great idea. I just don't know. I mean, like you could probably talk Wolfram into it if you wanted to.
Nah, Guizo is very. If you tell him not to do it, he's not going to argue with it.
Fair enough.
Unless something's pissed him off and he's like hot-headed.
Yeah, of course.
Hot-headed.
Okay, I'm gonna keep making hand signs to indicate so we can set up our positioning and like attack this thing, get the jump on it.
Yeah, perfect. So, Guizo, Sebastian signs to you. He can distract it if need be, but whenever we are ready, just let me know the initiation sign.
Okay, Guizo kind of gives him a thumbs up and looks at Wolfram and he's like, "Hey, let me know when we're moving so I can let Sebastian know."
Wolfram says, "I will give you the signal. The signal is when we attack, you attack."
You see a curt nod from Sebastian.
I nod back with my blank expression.
Guizo is gonna go over next to Sebastian.
Where exactly are you gonna position Wolfram?
Thinking maybe we could like hide behind some pillars or something. Are there pillars?
Yeah. So the best way I can think to describe this is it's got those like half circle staircases that you guys have gone up. Where you're currently at, there's probably I'm gonna say about 40 feet of like rectangular space where there are interspersed columns, and behind these columns there is a room that you cannot see the interior of, but it's like that large auditorial type of room. And this thing is kind of going back and forth, and you as you come up the stairs, the scraping sound as it scales across the marble stone of the building.
I think that I could creep up, like get real low and creep up, even if I have to belly crawl and get within like 20 or 30 feet of it without it seeing me.
I think, yeah, you would think that, yes.
Okay, what would I be hiding behind if that were the case? Like some stairs or like seating or like a lip of a stage or just out of curiosity, really.
I mean, columns, seating, whatever. There's pretty much your anything that would be in an auditorium style,
I'll creep over there and then I'll make the hand sign for Driffin to do the opening salvo, knowing that Reyna, Guizo, and them will follow suit. And should we roll initiative? And
yes, everybody roll initiative for me.
Oh yes, that was weird. Okay, dirty 20. I'm a little
19.
suspicious of this roll because it was an 18 on the die again.
Driffin, that's 19.
Total, yes.
Cool.
15.
But I will say that when I rolled it, it bounced and then it went all the way around and landed on 18 again. So I don't know how to explain it. Just happens sometimes, I guess.
Luck of the draw, huh?
It's a 10 for Reyna.
10 for Reyna? And Driffin is going to spark this whole thing off?
If that sounds okay to everyone else. I'm basically holding my, should I hold my turn to do this, or what should I do? Because if I hold my reaction,
You gotta wait a whole round.
yeah. What was the
Surprise round. I don't know.
right? So there's rules for typically when in a situation like this, you ready your action. You ready your action, and there's not really any good rules for delaying your turn.
I think the way that we can play this is anyone who is before Driffin can, if they so choose, quote unquote, delay their action until Driffin has made his choice or made his move.
Okay. Could we just do it in such a way that I move myself to right after him in the initiative?
That's
Like,
perfectly fine with me.
To 18, essentially.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
All right. So this is a surprise round.
Yes. Basically,
Everybody benefits from advantageous rolls. Yes or no?
Say again?
You're unseen
Everyone,
advantage.
Yes. Yeah.
everyone benefits from advantage. And is there a sneak attack addition, or is this all just flat rolls on attack?
No, because you're unseen, you get advantage. After you are seen, it's just flat rolls unless you have something else that gives you advantage or disadvantage.
Okay.
And once you have shot, that will count as you coming out from cover and you are seen.
So
Theoretically,
my first shot will be at advantage. My second one will be flat.
is that correct? I don't know. DM, is that correct? Or is it because he's surprised?
I think they're both going to be advantage because, like, technically the way that it goes is you're just like popping them off, because this all takes place within 6 seconds. So it's not really like you're like shoot, wait for it to look at you, and then shoot again. You're just going to pop your 2 arrows off.
So I think it's a terrible idea to start with Hunter's Mark then.
I don't know. Are you within 60 feet?
Hunter's Mark's 90 feet.
90 feet, gotcha.
Yeah, I think you can be within that range, and not risk being seen.
Yeah, the idea. I'd wonder if Hunter's Mark being cast would, what's the alert the enemy?
I mean, technically, you're far enough away. You could whisper the vocal component.
Yeah, I don't think if it can't hear you, which at 90 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna silently cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then pop my 2 arrows off. That's terrible. The first roll was a 10 total.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Wait, that advantage.
You do have advantage.
Yeah, the second roll on the advantage roll. Oh my god, is only an 11.
God damn. So it just like shoots it at its feet. You're like, this doesn't normally go this way.
That one obviously doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
So, second one is 18.
That does hit.
Alright, cool. So now I can do my damage.
Vision. God damn it.
That is a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
Does this thing count as a... This thing doesn't count as a beast.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. That's fair.
Unseen attackers.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
And
An arrow.
starts the fight.
an arrow thunks into this thing's shoulder, and it makes an ungodly screech. Wolfram, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to rush out. I'm going to appear from behind a pillar, and I'm going to just absolutely Arnold Schwarzenegger football rush it.
Do it. Fuck it up.
I first I rage, then I rush. That is a Um, 16 plus 22 to hit. Or,
That
sorry,
hits.
24. Yeah, okay. And I'll go ahead and roll my second attack. That is also a 16 on the die. Okay. So that is not great, but that is 16 slashing damage.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Actually, it's a little more than that because of it's 20 technically because I'm raging. Let me make sure I didn't. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
My turn.
So,
Pull my hood and glowing red eyes and raging.
Yeah. That's the Wolfram we know.
next up is Sebastian, who you all see that he has a when you were getting ready, he had pulled a blade off of his back, and it is a blade that straps the handle goes along his forearm, strapping to his forearm where he holds the kind of like a billy club, if you think about it, where he holds the handle, and it extends another 5 feet, or it extend his range is 5 feet, and it is a scythe type weapon.
Hell yeah!
Using this scythe, he takes the point and cuts his palm. And when cutting his palm, he brings his hand across the flat of the blade. The blade begins to glow with radiant light.
Nice.
And he is going to charge this thing and attack it.
Is he behind the other pillar on the other side?
Yes.
Nice. Then let's say we rush it at the same time. I'm coming from one side, cloak up, eyes glowing red, and he's coming from the other.
So he swings at this thing twice, coming down back on its back, and misses the first time and brings it around the second time, dealing a decent amount of damage. Cool. And that makes it its turn.
There's a snarling man on swinging a sword at him. Let's see which one he chooses.
So it takes its staff.
Wait,
and-
does it get a turn yet? Shouldn't it be surprised? Guizo and Reyna haven't gone.
That's right, this is a surprise round. I'm sorry. I'm so dumb about that.
No, it's all good.
Guizo, it is your turn.
All right.
Geeky.
So. I am gonna use, I think, Scorching Ray. Let me just make sure I won't hurt anybody else.
No, man, it's they're all beings. You can control who you hit with them.
Sweet. Okay. Alright, so I am rolling 3d20s plus 5. I rolled a 14 and then 2 dirty 20s.
The 20s will hit.
Sweet. Okay,
So 2 hits.
1 ray does 7 damage. Plus 8.
So 14 damage?
8-15 if it's 7 plus 8.
Yes, I am bad at math.
That's perfectly fine.
I was still trying to figure it out in my head, so.
Reyna, your turn.
I'm gonna do Chaos Bolt again.
Heck yeah.
I need. Nope, hold on.
Should be an attack roll, I believe.
Does 25 hit?
25 hits. Type of damage you doing?
Oh, no, yet. Let's do some acid damage. Actually, let's do some fire damage. And it's gonna be 8.
8 damage?
Yep.
Cool.
Fire damage, though.
Driffin, that makes it your turn.
Sweet. What's mine say? All right. So I've got 2 dudes on either side of this damn thing.
You better hit it this time.
Yeah, I better. It hasn't had a chance to do anything. Let's see what I can do about this. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna roll 2 attacks. Alright. That was the first one. The first one doesn't hit. It was a 2. The second one is a 13 plus 6, 19.
That hits.
Alright, what is up with my first rolls?
It's that damn die.
Mm-hmm. So that is a total of 12 damage. 8 plus 4.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Shot and I missed.
I will remind you that you do have Misfit to use if you do so choose.
Oh, that is I do have a bonus action I can use. Yes, that. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Misfit will fly in and attack its face.
Beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah. With shred, it'll be a boom. Plus my attack modifier. Hold. Or spell attack. Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
That sucks. Alright.
Important question going forward. Does Misfit do a flyby, or is Misfit hovering around?
If I wonder if I can set some parameters here. On a miss, it's a flyby, but if he hits, he's hovering.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That sounds fair to me, because you would be deciding per hit anyways. So.
Yeah. Okay.
And I mean, it has the flyby feature, which makes it not, get attacks of opportunity. So.
Yeah, so you can attack and leave. Get out of range.
Cool. Wolfram, you're up.
Alright. Does a 15 hit?
15 hits.
Alright. I'm not even going to bother the other one because all of the rest were higher.
Yeah, do it. Just roll up all that damage for me.
Alright. Ooh, I rolled really bad on the dice. But that is 4 plus 12, 16. 16 slashing damage.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm growling and snarling and like making my way around him as I'm just like hack, 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 hack.
So you slice into this thing, and as you do so, you know, it falls slack, and I'm going to need a dex save from you, Wolfram.
At advantage. Because I rolled a 1 and a 2, dude.
Bruh.
I have advantage because of danger sense, and I rolled a 1 and a 2 on this dice. Let's see, what is my plus? Probably doesn't matter, but let's check. That's a 5 total, my friend.
Cool. So, as this thing falls to the ground dead, you see from the wound that you drug your sword across its chest, bursts this cloud of green, black, I've used this word so many times tonight, I know you're probably tired of it. This brackish colored...
Hello?
Sorry, Biscuit lost his mind, so I muted for a second. This brackish kind of gray-green mist bursts forward like it's been pressurized out of its chest, and you will take 5 necrotic damage, along with Sebastian, who doesn't manage to get out of the way.
Sweet. Okay, can I say that I like cut through it like with one like horizontal slice, and it's just like how in anime like the thing explodes behind him. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean yeah.
It's just like Wolfram doesn't even flinch as it like burns the side of his, or necrotifies the side of him.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that being resolved, immediately you hear someone calling for help in the auditorium room, just behind where all this action went down.
Without hesitation, I would like to run over there.
Yes. So, Guizo, without hesitation, running over. Inside this auditorium, every inch of this place is covered with molding, rotting books that have been strewn everywhere. There are arcane like runes and languages scribbled in some mysterious ink or liquid covering the floor. It's full-blown, archaic runic Pepe Sylvia right now. And in the center of this room is a large cage that inside is a man who is, screaming for help. Having, seen you all quickly dispatch this thing. Reyna, you recognize this man. This is Rig.
Oh my god.
I feel like Reyna would immediately run up to the cage and start trying to talk to Rig.
What do you say?
I feel like first I'd try to figure out how to get him out of there. Ask him what he's doing there and stuff like that.
I don't know. I live nearby. I just found my myself down here, and I was hunting it. I thought I found a lead. Can you please let me out?
Wolfram has regained control of himself and pulled back his hood and has entered the room.
Oh,
Is there like a lock on the cage?
There is. It's a big, just cartoon-ass padlock.
I cut it off.
Easy enough to do, yeah.
Do you need me to roll to hit or anything?
I was gonna say, just for shits and giggles, will you roll a strength for me? Basically make an attack roll, yeah.
My attack roll is 15.
Yeah, I think that's good.
May I ask one question? Did his voice actually change from being distressed to being like, I went to hunt it? Like,
Yeah, 100%. Good on picking that up.
Oh, that's odd.
so something seems weird with the rig.
That you know of, yeah.
Can I read the runes? What do they say?
I can definitely read them.
I have runes.
You can too.
Yeah. So we should
That's
Be
how
able to both read them.
So, at a glance, these detail things that you're familiar with. Because of what Brody, Locke, and I think I named him Torin, talked to you about. This is conduit shit. This is shit that, something is trying to reach out to another thing that doesn't belong. And whereas you can understand what the runes actually say, what they mean, it's a lot of nonsense put together in words and phrases that, to your knowledge, don't exist. You can understand the letters, but it's put together. It's like in the Arabic alphabet. If someone just had a bingo cage full of balls with letters on it, rolled it, and just spelled a word with whatever 5 letters came up,
Okay.
So you get the gist of it. About half of it you can understand as being some sort of instructions or ritual to reach out to something maybe like the hunger,
I would like to push against the door of the cage until Rig, basically, I make sure that Rig is who he is.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want Rig coming out until I know that it's actually Rig. Because I don't like the way his demeanor changed and his voice changed.
So,
And I remember something from what you talked about at the very beginning, that I supposedly saw him on Eldra.
yeah, you did.
But I couldn't find him after I saw him, just a glimpse of him. So I need to know what's going on with Rig. And if he was the one that created everything that happened when I got my powers.
So how are you going to go about addressing this? Because right now, what happens when you hold the door shut is, Wolfram clears the lock. Rig begins to open the cage, and then you push the door back shut on him, and he says, "What's going on? What? Just let me out, please. I'm sick of being here."
First, I've got some questions for you. First off, how long have you actually been here?
I've been here in this cage for a couple of days now.
How did you get here?
Like I said, I was hunting it. I followed its tracks, its trail down here. Raina, you know me. I am a family man. I helped heal you when you were sick, when you didn't know where to go. I don't know what else to say to get you to trust me.
But Rig, this doesn't feel right.
Raina,
Were you on Eldra?
I don't even know where Eldra is.
But I saw you.
Well, I can't explain that. I've been here this whole time. You know, I have a family here. How could I be somewhere I don't even... people look alike. It happens.
No, it was you because I locked eyes with you, and you realized it was me at the same time, and then all of a sudden you went and disappeared.
Raina, if I may, we have discovered that there are more than one of some people. Do you remember Victoric?
Yes, I remember Phaedric.
And out of character, you should have a insight skill that basically is like, sense what somebody's motive is or tell if they're lying, if you want to do that.
I do, and I am proficient in it. So,
There you go.
can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it up for me.
That's a 14.
To you, he seems genuine. Your read on him is that, he is here doing what he says he's doing. He was not on Eldra to his own knowledge. You read him to be being honest to you.
Okay, fine, Rig. I'll let you out, but one little slip up, and I can't promise that we won't kill you.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's odd for you to say. I actually was going to thank you. I can tell you one thing. That thing was trying to reach out to something else. I can't explain to you why, but I appreciate all that. I appreciate you saving my life. I have a wife and a kid. I just wanted to protect my family. Can I? And he goes in for a hug on you, Raina, because his eyes are tearing up.
I'll give Rig a hug.
Okay. So, Raina, am I muted still?
No.
Okay. Raina, you feel one of his arms go around you at the lower back and one across your shoulders, an up-down hug. And he goes in tight for the hug, and he whispers in your ear, "It was a conduit. You're my conduit." And you feel a sharp pain in your kidney.
I'm standing right behind her. Do I see a weapon?
He is not holding a weapon, no. Not when he goes in for the hug.
Okay. Do I see like a pained expression of any sort? Because otherwise it sounds like we're about to enter, well, actually the session probably will end.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's where I'm gonna end the session.
Alright, that works.
Damn.
Damn it, the cliffhangers, man.
Fucking knew it.
Just looking
We
at the
still
time,
don't know.
like, oh yeah, this is over.
I'm sorry? Say again?
I said I was looking at the time and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the cliffhanger.
Listen, I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Gotta give us a reason to come back.
Hey, coming back and playing Wolfram is plenty of reason for me.
Oh yeah, I'm just referring to like the skill in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Every story needs a reason for someone to come back.
Yup.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I will say, just